Good morning. Welcome back to Mishmas. Okay, so today we are drinking Columbia from Nespresso. And I noticed the pod when I put it into the machine, it's like the Mexico. So it has some like printing on the side of the capsule. I'm thinking this is some special line they must have created. So let me look this up on their site. Oh, I see. This is part of the Master Origin line. Oh, excuse me. The Master Crafted Single Origins. Oh, I love that. Columbia Washed Arabica Intensity 5. Okay. Master Origin Columbia Washed Arabica has the satisfying taste of a juicy, fruity, washed Colombian coffee. You may pick up hints of candied apple and red berry notes in this sweet and winey Virtuo coffee. So it has a very high acidity. I'm not the biggest fan of that. Very low bitterness, roast level, and body. Notes of red fruit and fruity. Yeah, it's really sour, not my favorite. I think I say this every year I do a coffee advent calendar. I go through, this is like the third year I've done one. And it's always like the higher acidity, more tart, fruity. They're always described as like fruity or something. I don't like them. It's not my favorite. I really like the ones that have more of like the chocolate notes, the notes of like caramel. Like that's definitely more my thing. Because it's too much. I feel like the coffee itself, even when it's not meant to be like fruity, the acidity is not high, there already is like an acidity. There already is like a little bit present. I don't need that. I don't eat that amped up. And I've always associated that with African beans. They're very, very tart. They're very fruity. The acidity is really high. I never really associated it with Colombian beans. I always feel like beans from like Central America, South America, like they're always more robust, like an Italian roast or something like that. I never really associated it with Colombian beans. So that's really interesting. All right, well, good to know. Let's open up these advent calendars. Okay, what are we on? Day 15. Ooh, this guy down here. What have we got? Ooh, we've got, the Cypress and Grapevine Body and Hand Wash. Ooh, this is great. Hey, 15 up here. Oh, we've got a candle. Oh, mimosa. This is a great one. Really fresh. Just slightly sweet. Beautiful. Well, hello friends. I'm actually filming this intro now that I'm done decluttering. And what I wanted to mention before we get started with the actual declutter is I will either be donating these products, passing them along, or throwing them out. One or the other. The passing along or throwing out are products that I can't sell or can't donate. They've been used or they've been gifted to me, or I just think that they're way too used. Like they just, I can't sell, I can't do anything with them. So anything I can donate are things that are unused, and those usually end up being things that were gifted to me through PR. So those are the things that I can donate. That's the deal. All right, let's dive right in. This is gonna be a long video. All right, starting from the tippy top, we've got primers here. Woo, okay, are we gonna keep? I was gonna say, we're gonna keep the Vitamin Enriched Face Base. Why does one look so much more yellow than the other one? I wish I could remember which one was newer. Shall we smell both? Let's see. Oh, this one looks much more used, the paler one. Oh, and this one, I guess this one is kind of new. Okay, that's so interesting. I would have guessed that the yellower one was older. Anyway, I'm gonna keep the yellow one. I'm gonna toss the paler one. Okay, we've got the Dior Forever Glow Primer. I'm gonna save that. I love that. I'm gonna also save the NARS Light Reflecting. Really enjoy that. This is a relatively new bottle of the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter, shade 2. I'm gonna hold on to that as well. I'm also gonna hold on to the Rhode, what is this, the glazing, peptide glazing fluid. I've used this a few times, not too much, really enjoy it. So I'm gonna hold on to that. This is still in the box. What is this? Oh, I got this because it was sold out here online, Couldn't find it in stores. And then when I was traveling, I can't remember which airport I was in. It was a European airport, probably Rome, either Rome or Paris. And they had this, but because it was sold out, I didn't want to use it with you guys, but I ended up not using it at all. Anyway, let's just put that in the box. I'm gonna hold on to that for now. I've got these by Terry Brightening CC serums in Nude Glow and Ivory Light. I think I've decided the Ivory Light is too pale for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and pass this along. And then here are the Ritual Defy Creature of Light Full Face Serum Illuminators. These are much like the By Terry's. I think I'm gonna pass along the lightest and the darkest. I'm not gonna use those two. And I'm gonna hold on to these. I think I've only used this one once, but I haven't gotten a good enough sense of these, so I wanna keep playing with them. I'm gonna hold on to my Chantecaille Sunscreen Primer. I love that. I do like this Smashbox, but I just don't use it that often, so I'm gonna pass this along. This was way back in my drawer, and I'm regretting that because I really do enjoy this and I forgot all about it. So I'm gonna hold on to that. I've got a vitamin enriched eye base from Bobbi Brown. I'm gonna keep that as well. And let's see, the Shiseido Synchro Skin. I really do like this. I just never reach for it, so I'm going to pass this along. The Naked Sundays. This is a Mineral Glow Serum Drops. So it has a little bit of a sheen to them. You can tell by the caps here, but they have an SPF 50. These were okay. They were okay. I feel like I need to play with them a little bit more, but am I realistically going to when I can pass these on? Let me pass these on. The Ilia True Skin Radiant Priming Serum. It is still in the box. I have a ton of serums. I'm gonna pass this on. Same with this Arborian Skin Hero. This is, actually, this was really very, very interesting to me. And I got this, my God, was it last Mishmas? Maybe I should pass it on before any more time goes by, but I haven't even opened this up, but it's a really cool concept. It's a Bare Skin Perfector 7 Days Transformation. It's supposed to really smooth out your skin. Yeah, let me just pass this on. Who am I kidding? I am just, yeah, I'm overwhelmed already. The Supergoop Glow Screen, I really enjoy this. I'm gonna keep this. The Sisley Blur Expert. I love this as a primer. Putting this powder down first as a primer, and they did finally come out with a lighter shade. This is shade 0, so I'm gonna hold on to this. So those are all of my primers. I'm gonna put back what I'm going to keep. All right, next up is my first foundation drawer. So back here, you see the beginning of it. Back here are all of these cushion foundations that I have, and what you can't see are just empty cases because all of these are refillable. I love the Chantecaille. I do also love the Sisley. I think this is definitely, yeah, this is definitely getting on in its years. Is this refillable? I think this is. I just have to pop it out. So I'm gonna keep the case because I do love this, and if I feel like I'm gonna repurchase this, yeah, it'll be good to hold on to the case. I also have the Clé de Peau cushion. This is great as well. All of these cushion foundations make your skin look so soft, and they have a fairly high coverage, but they don't look makeup-y. Yeah, just really, really great. So I'm gonna hold on to those at least for the cases. And then, oh my God, okay. I'm overwhelmed already. I ordered this MAC when I ordered the Face and Body Foundation. I haven't used this yet, so I'm gonna hold on to that. That's relatively new. I've got, let's see, I know this is relatively new, this Makeup Forever HD Skin. I like it. I'm gonna keep that. Oh, I have 2 shades. Oh boy, which one did I use? I have one R02 and one N14. I think, you know what, I'll hold on to both. I feel like this is a winter and this is a summer. Yeah, I'll hold on to both. I'm gonna hold on to this Shiseido. I really enjoy the Shiseido, and this is relatively new. I remember doing a wear test just earlier this year, and I have it in shade 150 Lace, and that worked really well for me. It's nice and gray tone. For some reason, gray foundations look good on my skin. I am going to pass on the Lisa Eldridge because I like her oh my God, I can't remember the name, like the skin tint one, much, much more. So I'm gonna pass this along. I've got two Clé de Peau Radiant Fluid Foundation Natural. And I remember thinking, the deeper shade actually worked better because the tone was better. Hold on, I wonder if you guys can see it. So this is the one that's 30 and this is the one that's 20. Oh, there's an expiration date on the bottom. Da, 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 da. 2023. All right, passing these on. Not even gonna think about it any further. The Shiseido Synchro Skin Radiant Lifting Foundation. I do enjoy this. This expires in 22. Gonna pass that along. Oh, I love when they put an expiration date at the bottom. How handy. Is there an expiration date on the bottom of this? So this is Clé de Peau's The Foundation N. I have it in the shade BF10, which I think worked well for me. Yeah, that worked well for me. And I'm seeing on the side, ooh, there is an expiration. 2024. We're going into 2025, so I'm gonna pass that along. Suku, this I've had, oh wait, is this the same bottle? Do they have an expiration date? I feel like I used this foundation a long time ago, but I feel like they sent me a new one, and I think this is the newer one. So this is in shade 110, and I do like this foundation. It's very radiant, if I remember correctly. So if you have oilier skin, I'm not sure if you'll like this, but if you have drier skin, you may like this. So this is the liquid foundation. That's the name of it. I'll hold on to this. I have a bunch, I see, of these Sisley ones. And yeah, I feel like Sisley foundations, I always find hard to match. I used, let's see, which one did I use the most? I feel like this one is too warm. This is 1N, which I would guess would be my shade, but it looks too warm. And then this one looks too pale, which is 0N. And then this is 00N. This is still in the box, so I'm gonna go ahead and pass this along. I think I was between these two shades. I'm gonna hold on to these. I don't think I've had them too long. My sense of time is completely off, who knows? But yeah, I'll hold on to these at least a little bit longer. The Hourglass Soft Glow Foundation. I really enjoy this foundation. I have shade number 3. I'm gonna hold on to that. Chantecaille Future Skin in Alabaster. I really, really love this. I feel like this is old. I'm gonna pass, well no, I'm gonna throw this away because I think this is old. And then I've got the Lancome Tenti Doll Ultra Wear. This is a great, great foundation if you are looking for long wear. Expired 2/24. Okay, that's going in the garbage as well. All right, so I have the ones that I'm keeping. I'm definitely gonna be emptying out. Now that I see the expiration dates on those, these are definitely older. So I'm gonna be keeping the cases and tossing out the actual cushions, but I'll do that off camera. You guys don't need to see that. And let me place back all the foundations I'm keeping. Wow, what an improvement. This was like, yeah, all jumbled before. Yes. Okay, second foundation drawer. Wowza, all right. This I'm keeping, just got these, love these. Definitely keeping this. This is the Dior foundation stick that I love in shade 1.5, which I feel like I'm gonna be breaking open as the winter continues. So hold on to that. This Chanel number 1. Now, I just use this in my favorite Chanel foundations, and I feel like it was turning a little bit. Not fully, but turning a little bit. So I'm actually gonna trash this. I need to get a new one. This also, I've had this for a long time. This is probably like my 3rd tube, but I think I need to throw this out because the last time I used it, there was something about the consistency of it. It just wasn't quite right. And I do feel like that's a good way of telling whether or not a foundation is okay, especially a liquid or a cream foundation. Sometimes you can simply tell by smell, but I feel like even before that, it's like the consistency, it's not. And I use like these two foundations, I've used a lot, so I'm very familiar with how it should feel. This one was off, so I'm gonna throw this away. The Prada, I'm actually going to pass along because I think this is still okay, but it is a matte foundation, just not for me. I have, you know, drier skin and it just is not very complimentary and it's just not my preference. So aside from just using it in videos for you, I never ever really reach for this foundation. Even though it is quite lovely, Yeah, it's just not for me. So I'm gonna pass this along. My Dr. Jart BB cream, I think I'm gonna keep this. Yeah, it's good until 2025, yay! So I'm gonna keep that. Oh, same thing with my Surratt, and they actually topped me up with a new Surratt foundation. This is the Dew Drop foundation. This is in shade number 3. The last time I used it, it was just a little bit off, So yeah, I'm gonna toss that. That's definitely too old. Here's the Dior Stick Foundation in 2N, which I love. I'm gonna keep this. The Patrick Ta Foundation, just got, love it. I have shade 7 Peachy Neutral. I'm gonna hold on to this. I'm also gonna hold on to the Charlotte Tilbury Unreal Skin Sheer Glow Tint. I love this stick foundation. It's like a foundation highlighter hybrid. And someone commented that they felt like this was the stick version of the Hollywood Flawless Filter, and I agree wholeheartedly. This RMS is fairly new, so I'm gonna hold on to this. I really like this formula and foundation. The shade works for me. Ew, my hair. The Macreen Actives, I'm gonna hold on to this. This I just purchased, I believe from Sephora. Yeah, and I have the shade light, is this light medium? Sorry, the sticker is bubbled. Yeah, I think I have shade light medium. This is quite nice. The Kier Weiss, this has been a long time favorite of mine, but I think I'm going to throw this out. I think this, same thing, the last time I used it, the texture just wasn't quite right. So I'm going to throw that away. The Ritual Defee 3-drop weightless serum foundation. I love this foundation. This is definitely something that is very underrated. I'm trying to see if there is an expiration date. God, this is dirty. I don't see one, but I'm gonna hold on to this. I think I got this last year. Yeah, it's separating a little bit because it's a serum foundation, but once you shake it up, it looks fine. So I'm gonna hold on to that. Gosh, all my NARS foundations, I love. This tinted moisturizer, it's basically like a tinted sunscreen. It's got 30 SPF. It's so good. It really is so good. So, oh, these are old, you guys, these are old. I think, I'm trying to remember when I got these, sorry for the pause. This foundation is leaking. What just happened? Ooh, I think it's just leaking. Okay. But this is the Light Reflecting Foundation. This I feel like is, I think like over a year old, but not quite bad yet. So I'm gonna hold on to this. I think I need to pass these along. It's been a while. I think I need to pass these along. They're old. Not pass them along, trash them. This is also way too old. Is there an expiration date? No. But this is way too old. I remember testing this in my old apartment, so it is definitely like 4 years old. I'm gonna throw that away. The Lisa Eldridge Seamless Skin Enhancing Tint. I love this. So I'm going to be holding on to this. I have T4 and T6. I don't know where T5 is, but I have T4 and T6. I'm gonna be holding on to these. The Clé de Peau Radiant Cream Foundation N SPF. They usually have an expiration date, but they have a lot. Oh, expiration 23. Okay, that's going in the trash. The Supergoop Protect Tint SPF 50, expiration 11/25. So I'm gonna hold on to that. Chantecaille, this is their Just Skin Tinted Moisturizer, but they just sent this to me because they reformulated it and I can tell by the packaging. So I'm gonna hold on to that. I love it just as much as the old one. I can't even tell the difference, so great. Great on that. Westman Atelier Stick Foundations, they have definitely like topped me up. So these are relatively new. So I'm gonna hold on to these. I'm also going to hold on to the Vital Skincare Complexion Drops. I think these are about 1.5 years old. I think. I'm gonna hold on to it. I think they're still okay. This is brand new. This is brand new, and I think because I have so much stuff, I'm gonna pass this along before this goes bad. I'm gonna pass this along so someone can use it. Here is the Suku, the foundation, and no expiration dates. I think I've had this for a while. What shade is this? 110. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I think I've had this for a while. Sorry, again, pausing because I was purchasing a lot of Suku myself, and then just fortuitously and thankfully I got on the Suku PR list, and I think I purchased this myself before I moved into this house, so this would be very old. Hold on. Yeah, I'm trying to remember. They sent me one foundation. I think it's this one. I think it's this one. So I'm going to toss this. That means this is way too old. Orsay, unfortunately, I believe this is way too old. They sent this to me a long time ago, and I used this like once a long time ago, and the tone of the foundation isn't quite right for my skin tone. And then I think they came out with new foundation shades, and I mean, regrettably, I just did not get a chance to use it. I don't know if this is an expiration. This is probably actually just a lot number, but I see 23, which would make sense, the year 2023. Okay, I'm going to throw these out. They sent me some samples too. I'm gonna throw these out. The Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Foundation, another one of my like all-time favorites, but I think this is much too old. No, I think they just have like a lot number. Yeah, that's just a lot number, but this is old. Old, and I have shade 1N. I'm gonna throw this away. I'll get another one if I must. The Bobbi Brown Skin Longwear Weightless Foundation, SPF 15, full coverage. If I want like a long wear, skin-like kind of foundation, this is a great option. I've got shade Sand 2, and this expires 20. Is it that old? Is it that old? I'm like 2020. Wow, okay. Goodbye. I thought, yeah, whatever. Anyway, that's what it says, so I'm gonna toss it. The Forever Natural Nude Dior. I have this in shade 2N. I think this is the one I enjoyed. I think they have a different version. Is it with the blue cap? That I did not like. I think that one oxidized on my skin, but this one I remember thinking was really beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna hold on to this. I'm also gonna hold on to this Givenchy if they don't have a damning expiration date, because I really liked this foundation. I have shade, I think, 2-N20. I think that's what I have. Anyway, I'm gonna hold on to that. The Makeup by Mara I also enjoyed. I have shade 2N. This is a Surreal Skin Foundation. Very good. Not like in my top 5 foundations or anything, but very good. And I think I just got this bottle this past year, so I'm gonna hold on to that. This is something Estee Lauder sent to me, and I never used it, but this is their Renutriv Ultra Radiance Liquid Makeup Broad Spectrum SPF 20. I have it in the shade 2N1 Desert Beige. I would like to try this. So I'm gonna hold on to this. Mob Beauty. This is a cream pan foundation. I can't remember when they sent this to me. Is there an expiration date? I don't see an expiration date, but you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put this in with my cushion foundations, because I can hold on to this packaging and replace the actual pan. So I'm gonna do that with all of these. Oh, and this Bosma stick foundation. This is a great stick foundation. It has a lot of coverage and has such a silky smooth formula. It's so good. I'm gonna hold on to this if I can. I have shade number 35. Yeah, this is great too. I like to use this more like a concealer, like spot applying it to my sunspots and the hyperpigmentation on my face. It is great for that. And who could deny this packaging? It's gorgeous. And then I have some Jones Road face pencils. Let's see, I have shade 4 and 9. Wow, that is a jump. Let's take a look at these. My face is a little deeper than my hand, so I know if it's a little deeper than my hand, then it should probably work. 4 must be really pale. Let's see. Oh yeah, I think 4 is a little bit too light for me, so I'm going to pass this along. And then Ilias sent this to me, and I feel like I tried this and it didn't quite work out for me. I feel like it balled up on my skin. Like I tried different ways, but this bottle looks a little bit different. Did they kind of redo this? I should try this again. I have shade ST3. Yeah, I should try this again. And it has SPF 40, which is really nice. All right, I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna take it out of the box though. All right, so I'm going to replace all of the foundations that I'm going to keep. All right, much better. Wow, this was a chaotic mess before. This is looking so much better. So happy with this. All right, next we've got concealers. Wow. How did I accumulate so many concealers? Okay, well, I'm definitely keeping my Makeup Forever palettes. I love these, as you guys know. These will probably end up in either best of this year, all-time favorites. I actually don't know when this is going up, so you may have already seen that, but anyway, I'm keeping those for sure. I am, you know, keeping my Dior Forever Skin Correct Concealer. I am keeping my Westman Atelier concealers. These are all my favorites. The Sarah Creole Face Flex. I am going to keep, there's one shade that worked for me. I think this is it. This is 3.0 and this is 2.0. I think the 2.0, you know what? I haven't even opened this. Yeah, the 3.0. Yeah, I'm gonna keep the 3.0. I'm going to pass along the 2.0. Okay, Farah Homidi, love these. I'm gonna hold on to these. Let's see, the Ritual de Fille I'm gonna hold on to because I know this came in this past year. I'm gonna hold on to my Surratt, another favorite. That's the Dewdrop Concealer. Here are some Armani concealers. Let's see, it goes, yeah, this is from lightest to darkest. Wow, that's weird. I feel like the lightest looks the darkest. Yeah, 4.5, 4.75, 5. I'm just gonna hold on to all of these because I do like this formula. This is the Luminous Silk Concealer. Yeah, I'm gonna hold on to all of these because they're so close. Hold on to those, and I know those are relatively new. I'm going to toss this. This by Terry is very old. Wow, I'm sorry, I have so many concealers. Oh my gosh, this one is so good. I got this with Tar Babies, or because of Tar Babies. Wait, did I get this when she was here visiting? I may have gotten this when she was here visiting, but she's also someone that reviewed this product and really liked it. 30NN. Yeah, I'm gonna hold on to this because I think, was it maybe a year ago? Yeah, I'm gonna hold on to that. I am going to, oh, I love this Guerlain Precious Light Rejuvenating Illuminator. This was kind of like their answer to the YSL pen, the Touche Eclat pen, but this is old as hell, so I'm going to toss this. This Sisley Stilo Lumiere, I thought was much older. Did they may have sent me a new one. Okay, then I'm keeping this. This is one of my all-time favorite concealers as well. Really light, beautiful, kind of natural coverage. It's not like super high coverage. So for those like natural days, that is such a good one. Oh, another Dewdrop concealer. I'm gonna hold on to that. And I gotta start getting serious here. The Say is really good. The Makeup by Mario is decent, very, very decent. Wow, super pale shades. 120, 160, 140. I'm gonna keep 160 and toss these two. This McCreen Actives High Performance Concealer is old. This is old, but I really, really like it. I have shade Light. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of that. This is relatively new from Surratt. This is their Surreal Skin Concealer in shade number 2. I had one, tossed it because it was too old, and then they sent me another one, thankfully, so I have that. I have a Jones Road Neutralizer Pencil. Gonna hold on to this. This is in Fair Peach. And then I've got, let's see, some Bobbi Browns, some Laura Merciers. Oh, my Chanel, totally keeping. I've been using this a lot lately. This I'm also going to keep. I think I had a previous tube of this, got rid of it, and then replaced it with a new one. So I'm gonna hold on to that. This I think is super, oh no, this is not super old. Oh wait, is there an expiration? Yes it is, expiration 23. I'm going to throw out the Clé de Peau Stick Concealer. I'm also going to throw away this corrector from Bobbi Brown. It's very good, but I've had it for a very long time. NARS, this also is way too old. This is the Light Reflecting Eye Brightener in Night Swan. Yeah, I'm going to throw this away. This is such a good concealer, even though it is a corrector from Charlotte Tilbury, but so, so good, but this is so, so old. So I'm going to throw that away. And now I've got all these sticks. The Real Flawless Laura Mercier. This was very good, I remember. The Bobbi Brown. Skin Full Cover Concealer. I feel like these could be a few years old. I think, throw those out. Yeah, I think they're a little bit on the older side. And then I've got these stick concealer. I think this is too light. Going to throw that away. And then I've got, oh, the Laura Mercier Secret Camouflage Stick. This I love. I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna keep this too. These two are really good. And then I've got this Lancome Tinty Doll Ultra Wear 110. This was good too. All right, I'm gonna keep this also. And then I've got all of these Say concealers. And you know what? It's all coming back to me now. I don't think I liked this one that much. It's still in the box though, so I can pass it along. And I really liked these. Yeah, they came out with like a different version, which is called the Slip Tint Concealer, and I really liked these, so I'm gonna hold on to these. The Givenchy in C180, I really like this, along with that foundation. I guess I'll keep this as well. And then Hourglass Natasha Denona. I know people raved about the Natasha Denona. It's good, it's very good, but I don't think it's as good as like the Dior, even the Westman Atelier, the Makeup Forever palettes. So I think I'm going to, maybe I'll just keep one for filming purposes. I'll keep N3 and pass along N2. You know, like if I want to do a full face of Natasha Denona, this will be good to have. And then same with this Hourglass, I have shade Cotton. Not my favorite concealer, but decent. But if I want to do like a full face of Hourglass, this will come in really handy. Tom Ford, I actually love this stick concealer. I have it in 2N0 Creme. This is their Traceless Soft Matte Concealer. This is a great concealer, so I'm gonna hold on to this. And then, oh, is this another shade of this? So this is 1N1, this is 1C1. I think that's too pale, so I'm going to pass this on. And then I've got these Shiseido Synchro Skin Self-Refreshing Concealers, which, as you can tell, I've been meaning to try. So 103 Fair. That is pretty light, and this is even lighter. So I'm gonna pass this along. I'm gonna hold on to this one, because I do wanna try it, and I haven't even opened it yet. So there she stays. All right, I'm gonna put back all of the concealers that I am keeping. I think I probably could have done a little bit better, but that's okay. That's okay. This is an improvement. All right, next we've got, oh no. Next we've got powders. And I'm dreading this drawer because I love, love, love these Guerlain Meteorites, but they reformulated them. And so I would not feel comfortable using the older version for you because you can't get them. And the results you see on my skin would look completely different than if you were to purchase the Meteorites now. But do I keep them for my own purposes? Maybe. Maybe. Oh boy. Oh boy. I don't know what to do. Okay, the Orsay. This Perfecting Setting Powder, I had tried it before. They sent me another jar, which is what you're looking at, and it's too matte and it's a little bit too like thick, serious of a powder. I like powders that are very light because I have dry skin. But this has, almost like it has like a little bit of coverage. So I'm gonna pass this along. Oh, I love these too, but these are old. Okay, expiration 122. That's going in the garbage. This Candlelight from Chantecaille, I feel like they sent me this one. I had purchased one myself and then they sent me one, and I think I kept the one they sent me because it was newer. So I think that's this one. I'm just gonna go with that. The By Terry powders. Yeah, I've got 20 natural and 1 rosy light. I liked using this under my eyes to brighten them, but I don't really do that look anymore, if you will. I kind of like an under eye that's just sort of the same, the same tone as the rest of my face, or at least that part of my cheek. So I think what I'll do is keep natural, although now that I'm thinking about it, I think these are really old. No, let me keep natural. Let me keep natural, and then I will toss the rose shade, Rosy Light. Here's Say. Now this is one of my favorite powders, And I'm sorry, I'm just looking at the expiration. This should still be fine. I'm just thinking I've had this for a really long time. This is one of my all-time favorite powders. So I'm gonna hold on to this. I've got a random puff in here. Laura Mercier, this is the Translucent Loose Setting Powder Ultra Blur Tone Up in Rose. This is actually pretty new, and this is a beautiful powder. I have to use it very lightly, again, because I have dry skin, but this is like a toned version of her very, very famous Translucent Loose Setting Powder. So I'm gonna hold on to this because it is quite nice. The rest of everything that you see in here, these are all Guerlain Meteorites. So I'm gonna hold off. You know, I don't wanna be a collector of things if they're just gonna sit in this drawer, like what's the point? But I also do, I just love them so much, and I love the cases. I even have more back here. I don't even think you guys can see them all. Hold on. Yeah, I have so many. Look at this, is for Lunar New Year. I can't remember, this was like for some, I think, summer collection. This was another, I think, holiday collection. This was another summer collection. And then this is the new one. Yeah, this is the new one. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. All right. All right, I'll hold on to these for now, and then, I don't know, I feel like probably in my next declutter, I'll be getting rid of them, especially because I don't use powder that much because of my dry skin. Okay, moving on. All right, we've got more powder. For someone who's like, doesn't wear that much powder, I have a lot of powder. Okay, I've got this powder in here. This is a great powder. I used it recently, even though this compact is fairly old, and it was fine. So I'm gonna hold on to this. I don't know why this is in here though. These are all loose powders and this is a pressed powder. So I'm gonna move this for now. Oh, good golly. Okay, first of all, why? Okay, this is the new, this is the new Givenchy Prism Libre powder. And it's not good. I mean, I think this is very well covered territory on YouTube. The new Givenchy powder is not as good as the old one. Do I even have this shade? I have 2, 3, and this is 5. I don't even think I have the mousseline pastel, the one with like the purples, the greens, and the blues. This is for very, very pale, light skin. So this is the new one. I don't really like it. I used it once and I was like, no. And I have 3 of these older ones. I'm gonna keep 1 because, again, what is the point? So I have 2 and I have 3. I'm going to definitely toss this limited edition one, and I think I'm actually gonna keep 2. 2 is basically the same version as 3. It's just all the tones are just a little bit more subdued. Can you see that? So I'm gonna keep 2 and I'm gonna get rid of 3. And I think I'm gonna get rid of this new one. I mean, I'm never gonna use it. Although I may be putting together a worst makeup of 2024, so maybe I'll keep it. I'll keep it for that. Okay, the Christian Dior. I'm keeping this, I'll admit it, purely for the packaging. I don't really like the powder. It is very, very cool toned and pale. It casts a very weird like sheen on my face, so I don't really like that powder. I use this in my sophisticated, sparkly makeup look, and you guys can see it in there, but anyway, not my favorite, but love the packaging. Okay, Suku. This, let's see if there's an expiration date. I don't see one, but this was a powder. Let's see, what is it called? Oil Rich Glow Loose Powder. This is definitely too old. I'm definitely gonna be getting rid of this, but this is a powder that had that kind of moisture feel to it, and you're supposed to, sorry, I know this looks like I never used it, but no, you're supposed to like replace this. Anyway, I can't lift it up right now, but it's like you can feel the oil in the powder, so it's really, really great for me, for people with dry skin. If you want to use a powder, but you're afraid it's gonna look too matte and too drying on the skin, this was actually a really, really lovely powder for that, but this is way too old, so I'm gonna throw that away. I've got a couple of Shiseido powders here. This one I think is very old. This is the Total Radiance Loose Powder. I really enjoyed this powder, for sure. But I think I got this before I moved into this house. That's sort of my, my indication as to whether or not I should throw something away. So I'm gonna throw this away, this is too old. This Shiseido powder, I definitely got more recently. And yeah, this powder was really nice. This is also another cover that you're supposed to replace. So I'm gonna hold on to this. This powder I remember enjoying. The Makeup by Mario, they just sent this to me. This was okay. This was not my favorite because it is very, very mattifying. And I like a little bit of something in my powder, again, because of my dry skin, but I'll hold on to it because they just sent it to me. It's new. I may wanna use it in like a Makeup by Mario video in the future. This Patrick Star powder, this One Size Ultimate Setting Powder, and I have it in this really pinky shade, Ultra Pink. This was actually very good. Like a really, really good, like one of those powders that looks like you just put a filter on your face. It's really cool. So I'm gonna hold on to this. And this Décolleté powder, I believe, is very old. Oh no, it's brand new. I'm gonna hold on to this. I think actually I got this in last year's advent calendar. Yeah, I'm gonna hold on to it since it's brand new. And I do like Décolleté. They have lovely skincare, lovely makeup. And then I have two powders from Florasis. Florasis is very similar to like the One Size, or like a lot of these powders that we're seeing now where it's just like it just erases all your pores. Peach Blossom powder. So this is, oh look, 25. So I'm definitely gonna hold on to this one. And this is 25 as well. Okay, so I have shade 5 and shade 3. So this 5 looks like it has a little bit of a lilac tint. And then this one, let's see. Oh, it's like pure white. I do better with like a little bit of a tint, but purple's not my favorite, although this looks kind of bright. Like that's my issue with the Christian Dior loose powder. Let's just compare. Do you see how this is kind of purpley too, but it's got like a grayish tint? Oh, it just doesn't, sorry. I'm not gonna go on and on about that, but yeah, that shade does not work for me. Okay, I'm gonna hold on to 5 and I'm going to pass along, since this is still good. I'm gonna pass along number 3. All right, this is all I'm keeping. Actually, can I? No, I was gonna say, can I combine? But no, because I have all those meteorites. Oh, I didn't even talk about this Guerlain loose powder. This is the Violette powder. This is the one that smells like the way the meteorites used to smell, and that's pretty much why I got this powder. And it's actually a pretty decent powder. And I just love, oh my God, I just love that scent. It's so good. It's so, so good. Ugh, that is definitely one major, major regret that Guerlain must have in their reformulation of the meteorites, is the scent as well. Oh well, okay. So this is looking great. I think I did pretty good. I think letting go of those Givenchy's was the most painful. Yeah. All right, next we've got pressed powder. And yeah, again, for someone who doesn't use powder that often, I have a lot of powder. So I'm definitely gonna be keeping the Sisley. This is the one that was in the loose powder drawer, but this is great. And pressed powder is just undeniably easier to use than loose powder. You can travel with it, although it may break, but you can travel with it much more easily than loose powder. It's just better. It's just better all around. So anyway, gonna hold on to this. Gonna hold on to the Natasha Denona because this came out this past year and I actually really enjoy this powder. So gonna hold on to that. This, is this even still around? This Lotus Perfect Blur Glow Powder. This is gorgeous. I love the Chantecaille powders. I have quite a few here. This is actually part of their permanent line now in light medium. This one has a little bit of a glow. I don't know if you guys can see that, probably not, but this has a little bit of a glow, but it's like a similar formula. And then this one, the Radiant Glow Blur Powder. This is like another baked powder, but this is almost This was like close to a highlight, but when you really buffed it into the skin with like a buffing powder, like the Buffer Pro from Sonia G, ooh, this just gave your skin, oh, such a glorious, glorious finish. It's probably why I still have it, because I know this is limited edition. All these limited edition powders. It's so painful because they're so great, but I'm not gonna use this with you guys because you can't get it. You know, what's the point? I'm gonna think about these, but before we're done with this drawer, I'm going to make a decision. Okay, this Hourglass, they actually just sent this to me this past year. It's decent. I don't think it's one of Hourglass's best products, but it's fine. It's fine for a pressed powder. So I guess I'll hold on to that. The Laura Mercier, this is another one that they sent me this past year. This is their Real Flawless Luminous Perfecting Pressed Powder in translucent. Wait, what do I have to? What's this one? This is the translucent pressed setting powder, Ultra Blur. Real Flawless Luminous Perfecting. This sounds like this is probably more me, but let's take a look at this. Yeah, I'm gonna hold on to this. This one, even just the tone I feel like is off. So I'm going to toss this. And then, let's see. Oh, these By Terry palettes. These are old, but really, really handy. Especially if you like her powders, which I do. I really do, but I definitely prefer the loose versions to the pressed versions, I have to say, like if I had to choose. So yeah, I'm gonna get rid of those. Those are just really old at this point. The LYS, this is a great pressed powder. I feel like this is a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury pressed powder, which apparently I don't even have anymore. So I'm gonna hold on to this. I don't think this is that old. I'm trying to think when I got this. Oh no, wait, this could be really old. I may have gotten this before I moved here. Is that possible? I feel like LYS, I still consider it a new brand. Yeah, this is old. I'm gonna toss that. Ugh, painful. Oh, this Louboutin. This is a great powder. This is their versatile all over face powder. I have it in 15 NC Fair Nude. You cannot believe how soft, it's almost unreal how soft and silky this powder feels. And then it's got a really nice, like very, very light touch on the skin. This is a great, great product. I'm gonna hold on to this. The M Cosmetics powder, I haven't really gotten a chance to use this that much. Portrait Mode Refining Setting Powder. I'm gonna hold on to this. I'd like to kind of develop an opinion on this. This is too old, but I love it. These Kogendo powders, you guys remember, I couldn't shut up about these. When you buff these onto the skin, ooh, gorgeous, but way too old, so I'm gonna toss it. The Valentino powder is really creamy, really beautiful. I'm gonna hold on to this. I love the Valentino powders. Like this, the Ida Cheek, the eyeshadows, those are all really, really good. All the other products, I feel like, I don't know, you really have to try them out, but the powders, so good. So I'm gonna hold on to that. I love this Luminous Silk Glow Fusion Powder. This is in shade number 2. This is really old. I've had this for a long time, so I'm going to toss this, but this is so great. And I had a deeper shade, which may be in my bronzer drawer, but I had a deeper shade that was really, really beautiful as a bronzer. But I'm gonna toss this, it's too old. This one I just got from Prada. This is that green powder. This is nice. This was nice, so I'm gonna keep this. And then my Westman Atelier powders, which I still feel like are kind of new, but they're probably a couple years old at this point. But I have all 3 shades that I would use. I think there's 5 shades in total. So yeah, I'm just gonna hold on to those because I do love them. They're great, especially this bubble. It's very, very, again, this in contrast to the Christian Dior. I'm just gonna keep harping on this. In contrast to the Christian Dior, do you see how bright that is? And do you see how kind of dull, this almost looks like a dirty pink. Anyway, I feel like they got it wrong. I don't know if this works for anyone's skin tone. If you got this and you enjoy this powder, please let us know down below. All right, I'm gonna replace all of the powders that I am keeping. Oh, what happened to this packaging? Oh, that's so weird. I must have gotten something on there. Doesn't that look like a spray pattern? Oh, bummer. Okay. All right. Oh, who am I kidding? I still have to decide on these. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna look up and see if these even exist anymore. I don't think so, but let's take a look. Okay, it looks like they have a version of this in gold, which is reminding me that I maybe have this gold highlighter in my highlighter drawer, and I used this as more of a setting or like a finishing powder. Yeah, glow blur powder. So I think I'm gonna hold on to this, and I'm gonna hold on to this one as well because this one is still available. So that's still for sale. And then this one is just limited edition packaging, but with the powder that exists as part of their line. So yay, I'm gonna keep all of these Chantecaille powders. All right, we're moving into bronzers. So first we've got my cream bronzers. Okay, all right. Oh boy, definitely keeping the new Dior sticks because I just got these and I really like shade. Where's the other one? One, I believe it's just one light. Yeah, one light. It is the correct tone for me. I started with 2 tan and this is definitely a little bit too warm. Too warm, a little bit too deep for me, but I'm gonna hold on to it because I just love the formula and maybe I can use it next summer. So I'm gonna hold on to these. I am going to hold on to my Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate Intensity 2 because I love this highlighter. In fact, I feel like I should put this in a different drawer because I don't really use the bronzer. That's a little bit too deep for me. But this is so great, especially in the summertime. It comes out a lot more translucent than you see in the pan because I know it looks a little bit deep for my skin tone, but it's really, really beautiful. So I'm gonna hold on to that. I am finally gonna get rid of this Intensity 1 because it's from 2018. So this is 6 years old and I've been keeping it because of this limited edition packaging. But they've come out with Intensity 0.5, which is a little bit cooler toned. It's almost like the Dior sticks. And I like this 0.5 more. So I am finally going to say goodbye to this palette. The Say Dew Bronze, I haven't even tried these. So I'm gonna hold on to Sand, which is this one, and pass along Swim, because this one I can tell is like too deep for me. So I'm going to, yeah, I'm gonna pass this along. Oh my gosh, the NARS Laguna Cream Bronzer. I love this. I don't like Laguna in a powder. It looks kind of like muddy on my skin tone, but for some reason the cream is a little bit brighter. So I'm gonna hold on to that. Definitely gonna hold on to my Westman Atelier Biscuit. Love that cream bronzer. And, oh yes, oh my God. I need to go through my collection more often. The Say Fair Bronze in Sunmelt, this is so good. Great, great tone. So I'm gonna hold on to that. And then I've got the Say, oh, the Glow Sculpt in Quartz Glow. This I think I'm going to get rid of. Yeah, I don't really use this. And while I like a non-matte bronzer, I don't think I'm gonna use something quite this glowy. And I think this was just meant for like a deeper skin tone in terms of a blush. Anyway, I'm going to toss this. And then we've got a bunch of stick ones. This is a light from Makeup by Mart. I haven't even used this yet. Okay, I'll hold on to that. The Persona, let's see, Mojave. Ooh, that's a good tone. That's a really, really good tone. Okay, I'll hold on to that. Not getting rid of quite as many as I would like. Here's the Merit one. I'll also hold on to this because this is a great tone as well. All right, I need to get serious. The Makeup by Mario. This was actually in a few of my favorites. I love this cream bronzer because it's very, very light and it's in the shade light, but it's the Soft Sculpt Transforming Skin Enhancer. It's excellent, so I'm gonna hold on to that. Okay, I'm gonna toss the Trini by London because all of my Trini products are just way too old, so I'm gonna toss that. This was Serena, and I think it's a little bit too deep for my skin tone anyway. So I'm gonna toss that. This Chantecaille Radiance Gel Bronzer, I think this is the second tube that I have. I don't see any expiration, but I think this is quite old. Yeah, I think this is quite old, so I'm gonna toss this. The Jones Road Gel Bronzer. This bronzer is okay. You know, I think this formula is very tricky because it is like a gel liquid. And yeah, I'm gonna toss this. I have it in the shade Light Clair. I didn't have a problem using this, but it's just, yeah, like when I have a bronzer like this, I'm just gonna reach for this before I have to kind of like squeeze something out, and if it's gonna be fussy, whatever. Anyway, I'm gonna pass that along. I've got this Golden Light Balm Essentiel from Chanel. I love these sticks, so I'm gonna keep this. Here's the Laguna Soft Bronze, and I really, really enjoyed this as well. I have too many though. I have to get serious. Okay, I'm gonna toss that. The Jillian Dempsey Cheek Tint. This is a little bit too orangey for me. I don't know if you can tell. So I'm gonna toss that. And this is the Soft Sculpt Bronzing and Shaping Serum in Fair. I really like this product too. So I'm gonna hold on to this too. All right, let me go ahead and replace everything that I'm keeping. All right, well, it does look better. It looks more manageable. Okay, now for powder bronzers. So right off the bat, keeping the Lancome. This is brand new and a new favorite of mine. Love the shade, love the formula. It's great. Okay. Oh, and that is the CE bronzer in the shade 02 Light. I'm keeping the Armani bronzer. This is new from this past year. I really enjoy this as well, and I have it in shade 100. The Bobbi Brown Antigua illuminating bronzer has been discontinued, so I'm going to get rid of this. I am going to keep my Jones Road bronzers because these are relatively new to my collection. This is Dusty Rose, which is a nice-ish replacement for that Antigua. And then this is in shade Light Tan. So this is a more traditional kind of bronzer, and I like this because it is very, very light, very natural. So I have rekindled my love for the Film Store Bronze and Glow, and I was using this, and then I realized how old this was, and I went out and I got a new one. So I repurchased this myself. So I'm gonna keep this, and I'm gonna toss this because I got this, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago. It's old, so I'm gonna toss this. I think I'm gonna toss all of these Bobbi Browns. I just haven't reached for them. This one is Golden Light. And looking at this looks really kind of orangey. So I'm gonna toss that. And then this one is Natural, which is actually a great tone. But I have so many. I don't reach for them. So I'm gonna toss those. I just started using Benefit Hoola. I know, I'm so late to the game, but I really enjoyed it. So I'm gonna hold on to this. I am also gonna hold on to these Sisley powders because this is relatively new and they're baked product, which I absolutely love. And then this is their powder in the bronze, which I really enjoy. Very nice, very neutral, easy to use. Gonna hold on to those. The Surratt is fairly new. I'm gonna hold on to this as well. The RMS is fairly new. I love this. It's a baked gel powder formula. It has a very kind of cool but peachy tone. It's really beautiful. Gonna hold on to that. Oh, and it's shade Beach Walk Betty. Love this. Gonna hold on to this. This is a very, very light baked formula, and I really enjoy it. It's grown on me. I really like it. The tone is very, very good, especially for a contour. The Clé de Peau bronzer. I've had this for a while as well. I feel like maybe it's time to give this up. Or did I repurchase this? God, this is a problem when you've been doing this a long time. I feel like I had this, it was getting old. I think I may have decluttered it, and then I may have purchased this again. I'm gonna keep it because I do like the tone. This was the first bronzer I ever used that had like a really nice peachy tone to it. It's gorgeous. Okay, I'm gonna hold on to that. I'm not doing that well. The Isom, this is such a great palette. For those of you who kind of like to mix and match, or if your skin tone varies quite a bit during the year like mine does between summer and winter, this is just a great palette to have. The Tom Ford Terra. This is a long time love of mine, but I feel like maybe they're discontinuing this, but it's a pressed powder. It's a soft powder. It's just easy to blend. The tone is beautiful. You can see it's like a biscuity tone. It's really great. I wonder if it's just time to say goodbye. I'll hold on to it. I will hold on to it. The Pat McGrath bronzer. Now, no complaints with this. This is the shade Nude Honey, but I never reach for it. So I'm actually going to, yeah, I'm gonna pass this on. This is brand new to me. This came out a little bit earlier, but this Chantecaille. I am trying to figure out this bronzer because I feel like in person, it actually looks quite decent on my skin. Through the viewfinder, when I put this on in a video, it looked a little odd. It looked actually like the way I don't like Laguna. It had like kind of an olive, muddy presence on my cheek, but it didn't look that way in person. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to kind of do just a little bit more research on this. Basically just wear it more and like, you know, take a look at myself in different lighting. But yeah, I do like it. I mean, I love the bronzer formula from Chantecaille. This is my Goa, which I love, love, love. I'm gonna hold on to this. I don't even know if they make this, but this is such a favorite of mine. This has been in like my all-time favorite bronzers. You know, it's just great. It's just great. Okay, Guerlain. This one I love. I know this is part of their regular line, I believe. And then this one, oh, Golden Leopard. Basically keeping this for the leopard print. Of course, I've already used all the gold off of it, which really made the print stand out. But I'm keeping this, and I'm keeping this. This is one of my all-time favorite bronzers as well. Wow, guys, I'm not doing well. However, this is bronzers and contours. That's how I'm justifying this. Oh, we have another Bobbi Brown. Aruba. This is another one of the illuminating bronzers. I think this whole line was discontinued, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, it's old. I never reach for it. I'm gonna get rid of it. Surratt. This is in Soleil 2. And this is in Soleil Clair. So yeah, I like the Soleil Clair much more. Do you see how there's more like reddish peach in there? And this is a little bit more yellow. So I am going to pass this one along, the the Kevyn Aucoin Sculpting Powder in Light. This is just such an OG. This light shade they came out with a little bit later on. It is considerably lighter than like the regular contouring powder that he came out with, but I really like this. And I like how small it is. It's so cute. All right, I'm gonna, whoops, hold on to that. Oh, I'm also gonna hold on to the Hermes. This is the Plain Air, and I have it in shade 1, and I really enjoy this. The shade, the formula, everything. This is the Real Bronze in Serena. It's just in limited edition packaging, much like this Goa is in limited edition packaging, but the Serena is the lighter shade of the two. And I like Goa a little bit more because it's got that red in there, where again, the Serena has a little bit more yellow. But I've been holding on to both just because they both exist in the line. And if I ever have to do comparisons, it's good to have both. So I'm gonna hold on to those. Haus Labs, this actually appeared in one of my like all-time favorites. This is really great. I have it in shade Light Level 2, and this is their Power Sculpt Velvet Bronzer. There's some products from Haus Labs that I really enjoy. This and I think they're highlighters. Anyway, we'll probably see it as we get further on in my collection, but this is a really good one. Yeah, I'm doing really piss poor with this drawer, let me tell you. This Valentino powder, excellent, excellent. I don't even know what it's called. It is the Go Clutch On The Move Universal Bronzer, and I have it in shade 0. But this is great. Love it. This is from La Bouche Rouge, and this is way too old, but I did enjoy this bronzer, but it is refillable. So I'm gonna pop this pan out, and I'm gonna keep this beautiful packaging and hopefully get a refill for that. But yeah, their products are really nice. I feel like they never really like took off, but I really enjoy their products. This Coup de Soleil from Westman Atelier. So this is their second, yeah, the second shade that they came out with. The original one, I can't remember the name. Is this Coup de Soleil? I can't remember. Anyway, this is their butter bronzer. The formula is a little bit different too. So they added shades, they updated the formula, and it's much better than the original, I remember. So I'm gonna hold on to this. And then I've got the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Bronzer in 2, medium. I remember the 1 light. Did I get rid of that? Yeah, I got rid of that because it was so light, so light. It was so light that it was, yeah, it was like just the slightest tint on my skin that it made me just look kind of dirty. It was so weird. So anyway, I just kept shade number 2, which works for my skin tone. All right, I did very, very poorly with this drawer. So I'm gonna go ahead and replace everything I'm gonna be keeping, and you'll see that I didn't make that much of a dent. This drawer is still pretty full. I was hoping to only have like 1 layer of product, but yeah. All right, well, at least I've gone through it. I know what I have. I know what I love. All right, just changing the angle a little bit so you can see like into the drawer. We are at my cream blushes, and you knew that this was gonna be a hot mess. So let's start from the top. I've got a bunch of these Lawless Pinch My Cheeks Soft Blur blushes, cream blushes. And I like this formula because they are, oh, I haven't used this one yet, but they are kind of balmy. They're not super duper highly pigmented, at least not the shade that I tried. I wish I could remember. Oh, here's one that I tried, Rosebud. So let me just keep the one that, the ones that I think I'll use. Like this Valentine one, it's a little bit too bright for me, so I'll pass that along. This is one that I really enjoy, Angel. I'll keep that. I'll pass this one along. This is Cherry Pie, and I'll pass this one along. This is like Gumdrop, a really Barbie pink shade. So I'll pass those along. Oh, there's more here. This is Starburst. I think I'll pass that along. I don't think I'll use that shade. And then, okay, maybe I'll hold on to that. And this is pretty too. This is very unique. This is Cheeky. You don't know, I have too much. Let me pass that along. All right, and then all of these Rhode pocket blushes I really enjoyed, but let's figure out which shades I will use and that I have used and would like to keep. So this one is Toasted Teddy. This one I think is a little bit too deep for me, so I'll pass that along. This one is Freckle. I think this is the one I use the most. Yeah, I'm gonna keep that one. Here is Spicy Marg. I like that. That's a nice, pretty, bright peach. So I'll hold on to that. Here is Piggy. That's a little pale toned for me. Yeah, I'm gonna pass that along. Here is Juice Box. That's very bright. I'm gonna pass that along. I love the idea of these bright blushes. Maybe it's because I'm doing this declutter in the winter. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna use those. In the summertime, maybe I would. But anyway, for now, I'm not gonna use those, so I may as well pass them on. And this one is Sleepy Girl. Oh, that's pretty. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this one. All right, I've got these Violet FR Bisou blushes, matte cream blush with a brush. So I've got Isa. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. So these are like marbleized. I'm gonna pass this along. This one's a little bit too deep for me. And then this one, Inez, I think this one I really liked. I may keep this one. Yeah, this is a pretty blush. So it has like the bright pink in there, but there's also a peach that kind of tones it down a little bit. So that's a really pretty shade. I'll keep this. And then all of my Pat McGrath Divine Cream blushes, I'm sorry to say the only one I keep reaching for is that Nude Alluring Nude, sorry. Alluring Nude. So this has appeared in a few of my favorites. I really enjoy this, so I'm gonna hold on to this. Yeah, like how many cream blushes can you have? I think I'm just gonna pass along the rest of these. This is Divine Rose, Paradise Peony. That one's pretty. This one is Fluorotic, too deep. And then this one is Peach Lotus. Actually, they just sent this one to me. Oh, this is a bright peach. Maybe I'll keep this because I think this is a newer shade. Yeah, I'll keep Peach Lotus and Alluring Nude. All right, I have a couple of Sicily Phyto Blush Twists. So this number 6 I actually just purchased from Nordstrom. And then this 7 shade they actually sent to me, but this is a little bit deep for what I usually use. So I'm gonna pass that along. I'm gonna keep number 6 Passion. And then these Bosma cream blushes are actually quite nice, and I love this packaging. They slide up, isn't that cool? So this, again, just really bright. So I think I'm gonna pass this along. This is fuchsia. And then this one is peach. Oh, I dug my, the danger of the slide up, I dug my fingernail in there. The peach I really liked. And then, ooh, this one I really like. This one is mauve. I think I'm gonna keep mauve and I'm gonna pass along fuchsia and peach. And then let's just get all these Westman Atelier cream blush sticks out of the way. I'm gonna keep them all. I love them, love them, love them. Let's go through all the shades so you can, oops, so you can see. So this is Petal. This is their most popular, I would say most neutral shade. Keeping that. We have Doo Doo, a deeper pink shade. This is Bichette, which has a little bit of red in there. Here's Chouchette. Here's Coquette. All these names are very similar. Here is Poppet. This is a bright pink shade that I've used and just adore. And then here is Minette, which is such a great peach. It has a little bit of a gold sheen to it, which a lot of her blushes don't have. They don't have like a metallic shift, but this one does. And then this came in one of her little sets, I think the Lafette edition for the holidays. So this is in the shade Bubble. And this was a really cool tone. This also has a metallic sheen, but really, really cool toned mauve shade. And then I'll be keeping all of my Clé de Peau cream blushes. I just love them. I've had them forever and they're still good. Every single one of them. I have all 4 shades. Yeah, I have all 4 shades. So good. Keeping those. Okay, these say Glow Sculpts. So I kept Mauve Glow and I also kept, which one is this? Peachy Glow. And I really love these when they first came out. I really did. As you can see, I used this one quite a bit. I just never reach for them anymore. So I'm gonna go ahead and toss these, but I do like them. I do like them a lot. And then we've got all of the Victoria Beckham ones. That's not Victoria Beckham. These are Victoria Beckham. I really love these, but let's take a look at these shades. So this one is Fame. This is like a plummy mauve shade. That's pretty. This one is Playground. Really beautiful nude shade. This one is Fever. Bright orangey red shade. I like that. That's pretty unique to this collection. This one is Major. A really beautiful pink. And then I've got Mini Skirt. And this one is Roller Skate. I'm gonna keep all of these. Yeah, I like all of these shades and I do like the formulas. I love this stick formula. They're really good. So I'm gonna keep these. I have a couple of these Chanel blush sticks. So actually this one is a Balm Essentiel, but this one is quite pigmented. This is the Rouge Phrase. Really fun red metallic shifty one. And then this one is actually a blush stick. This is number 23. And this is very, very pretty. I had a whole bunch of these, but I had to declutter them, I think in my last declutter because they were kind of dry. So anyway, this is all I have left in terms of Chanel stick blushes. Jones Road Lip and Cheek Stick in bright pink. Ooh, another bright pink. I don't think I've used this one. Yeah, so I'm gonna pass this one along. This one is brand new. Here are some Addiction Tokyo sticks. This one is Ember Glow 105P. That's really pretty. That's more like a blush topper. These actually are more like highlighters. Sober Rose. This reminds me of the Surratt stick highlighters. Yeah, I'm gonna put these in the highlighter drawer. Okie dokie. Let's see. This Kjaer Weis Cheek Collective. Love this, but I'm actually gonna toss this. So I had the other colorway, the Blossoming colorway. This one is, I don't know if this one has a name. Maybe it's called Happy. Anyway, that one started smelling funky, so I had to toss it. And I got this one, I don't know, maybe like shortly thereafter. So this one is not smelling great either, so I'm actually going to throw this away. I've got this Mauve Cream Blush, which is really lovely. I love this shade. It almost looks like it could be a bronzer too, so it's, yeah, it's just really pretty. So I'm gonna hold on to this. I'm gonna hold on to the Danessa Myricks Dewy Cheek and Lip Palette because look at those shades. I love this one for a blush. I love mixing these three, maybe tapping that one on a little bit. These are great. So I'm gonna hold on to this. I wonder if this is too old actually. Oh, actually, oh, it smells funky. Okay, I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna throw this out, actually. I almost said pass this along. No, I'm gonna throw this out because it smells not good. And then these are relatively new. These are from Suku, and these are lip and cheek products as well. So Cream, Touch, Blush, and Lip. This is in SO1, this is SO2, and this is SO3. And I like these on the lips and not much as blush, but I do want to kind of continue playing with these. I think I'm going to pass these two along because I don't think I'll ever really use these two. Sorry, can you see these two? But I'm going to continue playing with this nude shade because I feel like this is one that I would continue playing with. Let's see, what's this Bobbi Brown? This is the Pot Rouge for Lips and Cheeks Powder Pink. Oh, this is well loved. I'm gonna pass this along. I never think to use this, even though it's very, very pretty. Very pretty, but just too much stuff. So passing that on. This from Tom Ford, I'm gonna keep because I love this packaging and I do know this is relatively new. This is in Cafe Blush. And what's surprising about this product is, you know, the shade is really beautiful, but it's very balmy. It's not super duper pigmented, which I love for a blush, especially cream blush. So I'm gonna hold on to this. Oh, this sneaky little guy. This is Louise from Violette. I missed this one. This one I really like. This is very nude. So I'm gonna keep this. Actually, I'm gonna keep this and I'm going to toss the Inez. We've got a Persona blush stick in Teddy that I haven't even opened, so I'm gonna take this opportunity to pass it on to someone. I've got two very similar cream blushes, one from Tower 28, one from Merit. This is from the Kung Fu Panda, their collaboration. This is called Dumpling Hour. It's just a really bright red. I know there's been so much hype with Merit lately, but I'm not a big fan of their flush bombs. They just don't stay on my cheeks for some reason. There's something about the formulation. I put it on and then it's just gone. And I've done everything. My skin is very well moisturized, all that stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and pass this along. Lukey Lukey, this is an Irish brand. And this is such a beautiful formula. And they have these really beautiful shades. And this one in Blossom Bloom is very pretty. So I think I'm gonna hold on to the Lukey Lukey. This, again, this is in Blossom Bloom. I really like this. And they're a small company, so wanna try and support them as much as I can. And then I have these Armani Neo Nude Melting Color Balm Cheeks and Eyes. I really, really love these. I haven't heard anyone talk about these lately. I wonder if they're gone? Do you think they're gone? I feel like this Neo Nude line has kind of disappeared. You know what? I'm gonna look and see if they're still on Sephora. Hold on. Yeah, I think these were, so, you know, I'm just gonna let that make the decision for me. I'm gonna go ahead and toss these. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and replace the blushes I'm gonna keep. All right, wow, this is looking much better. I can actually see what I have in this drawer, which is really helpful. Really, really helpful. All right, sorry, I keep playing around with the angle of my camera because, yeah, it's hard to get comfortable in here. Okay, these are all of my like liquid blushes versus the cream blushes. Generally, I actually have a Miracle Balm in here, which is more of a cream. But anyway, I'm going to probably keep all of these Unreal Hourglass blushes. These are relatively new. They sent me all the shades. It is a great formula. I do enjoy using it. Liquids are a little bit more fussy than creams just because they're liquids. I mean, unless they come in like a doe foot applicator. But anyway, I think I'm gonna keep all of these. Maybe I'll pass this one along. This one is Imagine. It's a little bit deep, But I feel like why break up the sisters? Why not keep them all together if I do like them all? Yeah, maybe I'll just keep them all in case I need to swatch or something. So I'm gonna keep all of these Unreal blushes. And then, let's see, oh wait, here's another one. Oh, this is a really deep shade, Craft. Yeah, I may as well keep them all. And then I've got my Chantecaille Cheek Gelée Hydrating Gel Cream Blush. I love these, and I think they just sent these to me, I mean within the past year, so I'm gonna hold on to these. I also love, love, love these Say Dew blushes, but I don't feel like I need to keep all of these shades. So let's pull all of these out here where you can see them, because I think I have almost all of them. Yeah, so these guys right here. Yeah, here's one that's pretty deep. I think I'm gonna pass this along. This one is in Dreamy. Yeah, a little bit too deep. Let me see. This one I think is a little bit too deep for me too. This is Spicy. Yeah, I'm gonna pass that along. But I do use Cutie. These names are so funny. I do use Cutie quite a bit. I do use Sweetie quite a bit. And I do use Chili quite a bit. In fact, Chili and Cutie, I think, are the two that I use the most. And then, let me see, I think this one, Rosy. Yeah, it's paler. I'm gonna keep Rosy and pass on Sweetie, even though I feel like this is a shade that I would use, but because of that, I feel like I have it in a lot of other formulas. So I'm gonna pass that along. And I think I may keep, I don't know what color this is. The sticker came off, I guess. And Poppy. I'm gonna keep this cooler pink shade. I feel like I've gotten rid of a lot of cool pink shades. Let me keep this one, and then I'll pass along Poppy. All right, keeping 4, getting rid of 4. I think that's a good ratio. And then we've got these Luminous Silk Cheek Tints from Armani. Now, I will say, I was not the biggest fan of this shade on me. It didn't look quite right, and I don't feel like it blended out well, so I'm gonna pass that along. And then they just sent me these two shades, 62 and 41. 62 I definitely want to play with because this looks like, not that one, this one looks like my kind of shade. So I'm gonna hold on to that. And then 41, I feel like I've gotten rid of a lot of those. So since I haven't tried this, I'll keep this. And then this, actually much like the other one, I just feel like there was something too white-based about these two. They just didn't look that great. And it was not the product. It was like just on me. It just wasn't quite right. So anyway, I'm gonna just pass those along. And I'm gonna keep these two and play around with them. This Dior Forever Glow Maximizer, I actually just use this in my sophisticated, sparkly makeup routine. And it is like more pigmented than I thought. So I'm gonna hold on to this because I wanna keep playing with this. And now I have all of these NARS Afterglow liquid blushes. I really like this formula, but I'm not gonna keep all these shades. Like Orgasm Rush. Yeah, this one is a little bit too deep, so I'm gonna go ahead and pass that along. Behave is one that I probably have used the most, this one. Very neutral, kind of like pinky peach. So I'm gonna hold on to this. And Brazen is like a bright peach. Maybe I'll hold on to this. Oh, here's straight up Orgasm. Very bright peach. I'm not the biggest fan of the Orgasm. I don't know why, so I'm gonna get rid of that. Aragon, like a brick red. That's very pretty. I don't know that I'm going to use that too often though. I think I'm too pale for that color. Here's Secret Lover. This would actually be a really pretty like lip shade. I'm going to pass that along. I don't think I'm going to use that. And Insatiable. I think the problem with, oh no, this is too deep for me. I'm gonna pass that along. I think the problem with this packaging is I have to know like the colors that I have. Otherwise, when I just open up my drawer and I see this, I'm not gonna know, and it's not gonna like spark anything. So it's almost like I have to remember the shades that I kept, which is not great for someone who has a lot of makeup. Wanderlust. Very cool toned lilac. I don't think I have a lot of these shades, so maybe I'll keep this one. All right, kept 3, got rid of 5. An even better ratio. Okay, this one, I think I just hauled from either Sephora or Nordstrom. I really, really liked this formula. This Make Me Blush, and I got shade 37. This is a nice kind of nude but warm shade. Anyway, really lovely. I'm gonna keep this. It is relatively new. And then, what do I have back here? I've got an Ilia multi-stick in the shade Dear Ruby. It's in the box, so I'm just gonna go ahead and pass it along. Same with this Jones Road Miracle Balm in Happy Hour. It's still in the box, so I'm gonna pass it along. And the By Terry Brightening CC Liquid Blush in Sunny Glow. This was really beautiful, but this is way too old. I've had this a long time, so I'm gonna throw this out. And then I've got the Lisa Eldridge Enlivening Blushes. I'm gonna see if these are still available because I remember some people had a hard time like using them. It's like a really concentrated sort of cream blush, very unique formula. So it looks like there's still a listing for them on her site, but it looks like there's actually no products though. And I've had these since she launched them, so I'm just gonna go ahead and toss these. I've got this YSL New Lip and Cheek Balmy Tint. I actually really like this, so I'm gonna keep this. I have New Pinch. Very nice. And then I've got some of these Chanel Le Beige Water Fresh blushes. I love these. I absolutely love these. This almost made it to my top 10 Chanel video, but I mentioned the Water Fresh tint. I had some other products. Anyway, this is probably like number 11, but yeah, I love, love, love these blushes. Such a great, interesting formula. I just like how different they are. So I have, I believe, all 4 shades: Light Peach, Intense Coral, Light Pink, and Warm Pink. All right, I think I did pretty good with this drawer, so let me go ahead and put back everything I'm keeping. All right, it's the best I could do, but this is such an improvement, isn't it? Everything's on one layer. I can see everything. I know what I have now. Wow, these two look really similar, don't they? Oh well, we'll have to play with both because the formulas are so different. Okay, all right, moving on to powder blushes. All right, how's this angle? Okay, all right. Wow, I can already tell I won't be getting rid of much from this drawer because I really love everything that's in here. These are those Valentino Ida cheeks that I really, really love. I pretty much just use them on cheeks. I don't really use these shades on my eyes, but this is shade number 4. This is shade number 8, a little peachier. Actually, I'm gonna leave this one open. Sorry, I haven't done a declutter in so long. I'm a little out of practice here. And then this one is number 2. And then here is number 3. Yeah, maybe I would use this on my eyes, but these really are cheek shades for me. So you can tell I use that one the most, which is number 4. So I'm gonna keep all of these. And then here are all those Jill Stewart blushes. I was turned on to these by Tara Babies, and Beautylish carries these. And I love them, I really do. However, let me see if Beautylish still has these. I'm not sure if these have been discontinued. It's been a while. So Beautylish does not carry Jill Stewart anymore, and I actually can't find a site aside from one that I don't recognize. So I have no experience with them. So I think what I'm gonna do is just, yeah, I'm just gonna pass all these along. They're so pretty though. Look at all of these. Aren't they so pretty? And the powder is really soft, and there's this very light kind of a powdery scent. But again, if you cannot get them, this one's a little bit different. This was like a limited edition one. But if you guys can't get them, I'm not gonna use them. So they're just gonna sit here, unfortunately. And then I've got a Pat McGrath blush here. This is Flirtatious, and I love this because it's just a really beautiful nude. So I'm gonna keep this. I think this is the only Pat McGrath blush I have left in its single form. I think I have some palettes, but yeah, I'm just gonna keep that. I've got my Dior blushes here, which you guys know I love. This is Chanel. This is OC 277. Really beautiful bright pink. This is 219. This is a really popular shade. And Dior sent me these. I think I had this shade, and so I threw out the older one. It was time to go. Sorry, with the reflection you can't really see. Really beautiful peach shade, and it's slightly shimmery. And then this one is 339 Sillage Satin. This is a great shade, but I think maybe this was discontinued. This is a product I would kind of continue using myself, but let me go ahead and take a look. They have a ton of shades on their site, and so I'm going through each chip here. Let's see. Okay, they have the Rose Montaigne. They have the OC shade, that bright pink I just showed you. I do not see this Sillage, so apologies, but I do love the shade. I'm gonna keep that because that's a really nice basic, like neutral to have around. Okay, I've got this YSL Couture blush in shade number 5. I think this was just called something nude, something. It's a really beautiful nude shade. I'm gonna keep that. And then all of these RMS Redimension Hydra. Ooh, this is a luminizer. Oh, this is the highlighter version of these blushes. I'll get to the blushes. This I should put in a highlighter drawer. But this baked formula is so good. It's just like the bronzer, that Beach Walk Betty that I love. So good. But okay, here are the blushes. They're also refillable. So here is Pomegranate Fizz. And I've talked about these blushes a lot. Here is Sangria. These are a little bit deep for me. Here is Maiden's Blush. This one is my favorite out of the 5 that I have. Here is French Rosé, a really pretty pink. And then finally we have Mai Tai, which is a fun, light orangey peach. This blush though, gorgeous, gorgeous, cannot go wrong. And then here are the Sisley Orchid highlighting blushes. I just love this blush. Number 3, and I think this is number 1. Yeah, number 1. They're so beautiful. I know they kind of, aside from the design, they kind of look like nothing in the pan, but when they go on your cheeks, they look absolutely ethereal. Really, really beautiful. These Dior blushes, these Backstage blushes are so good. These Rosy Glows. So this one is in Rosewood. Beautiful shade. This one is in Coral. This one is in Pink. I feel like these were the original shades, right? These two. And then they came out with these other ones. This one is Berry. A little deep for me, I'll admit. A little deep for me, but pretty like purpley kind of shade. And then this one is Cherry, which is so bright, so fun for the summertime. But I really, you know what's so interesting? I have used all of these blushes and none of them look used. Oh, that's so weird. Okay, love these blushes, not getting rid of these. I knew this drawer was gonna be a total fail. Got one more thing in here, which actually I may get rid of, but this is the Hollywood Blush and Glow Glide Palette. And this is like a travel size version. I don't think she has a full size version of this, but this is like, I think meant to be travel. And I thought it'd be great for travel. I've never brought it on travel. It is not even used. Maybe I swatched it, so I'm gonna pass this along. All right, that is it for this drawer. Okay, more powder blushes. And wow, I don't know. Again, I don't know if I'll be able to get rid of any of these. So these Revi Beauty blushes are relatively new and I love them. This shade in particular, Paradise, appeared in one of my recent favorites. I love it, absolutely love it. Alley Glines, you did yourself good. This is an incredible formula and beautiful shades, love them. Keeping those. And then this beautiful shade from Lancome. This is shade number 217. This shade I feel like is a dupe for, there's a Chanel shade that has been discontinued. Why can't I remember the name? I'm sure you guys can look at this shade and tell me which one it is. And I even had like a backup of it and I sent it to one of my friends here on Instagram. What is the name of the shade? Anyway, I love this shade. It is so, so beautiful. It is slightly cool toned, but there's definitely enough warmth in there to like give your complexion a little bit of life. It is gorgeous, gorgeous and stunning. I love it. Thank you, Lancome. So 217 from Lancome. And then this Kosas blush, I actually purchased this, and I don't think I even showed you guys, because I purchased this when I was in Phoenix for just like a short, like overnight trip. But as one does, I stopped into the Sephora in Scottsdale and I picked this up. This is shade Dreamland, and this blush is really beautiful too. And I felt like this was a very similar formula to the Ravi Beauty. So I got this shade kind of working off of memory to, you know, kind of complement what I already had in these two blushes. So I love this blush as well, and love this shade, Dreamland. It's a really nice kind of like nude shade. These Prism Lieb highlighters and blushes that I have, I'm definitely keeping these. They're so much fun. So I've got shades 2, 3, and 1. And I don't know if they're gonna be messing with this formula. I don't even know if these are still around, but I'm definitely keeping these because they're just favorites, personal favorites of mine. And then this highlighter is super highlighty, and I need to move this into the highlighter drawer. So I'm gonna take that out, but I'm gonna keep that. And then I've got this Natasha Denona My Mini Dream Glow Blush. I think this is really cool, and I like the shade. There's a highlighter, blushes, you can mix all of them, you can use them separately, but I don't know, I just never reach for this. So I'm gonna go ahead and pass this along. And then this Givenchy blush, I love. It's just such a pretty shade. It's bright and subtle all at the same time. And this is the Prism blush in shade number 3. And do they even have these anymore? I'm on the Givenchy site. Can I just say, I love most Givenchy makeup, but their eyeshadows are terrible. I don't see these blushes. I wonder if they got rid of these blushes and replaced them with these loose ones. Do I get rid of this? I think I do. I think I do. I have so much blush. And then I have some of the NARS blushes. They reformulated their blushes so that I believe they're talc free. Is that the thing now? So here is Behave. I love that. And then this one is Deep Throat. These are actually very similar. Very, very similar. Behave is a little bit more nude, and Deep Throat's a little bit brighter. I'm gonna keep both. I like these. Wow, all of these M Cosmetics blushes. These are kind of similar to the Ravi, I mean, not only in looks, they both have that big rounded appearance to them, but they are all baked, and so they're very similar. This one I love. Look at that nude shade. This one's Heaven's Glow Baroque, so I'm gonna keep that. Here is Heaven's Glow Rococo, which is a little bit deeper. Definitely gonna keep that. This one is Magic Hour. It's like a light peach. I guess I'll keep that as well. I'm looking over at the Ravi ones that I have. Those are much brighter and deeper. And then here is Venetian Rose. This one I think I can pass along. This one actually reminds me of the Ravi Paradise. This one's maybe a little bit cooler, but that's okay. And then this one is Faded Clementine. Okay, these are all really similar. It's these two that are really similar. Let's do swatches. Oh yeah, the Faded Clementine is much more orangey, as the name would suggest. So I'm gonna keep this one, which is the Baroque shade. So I'm gonna keep this one. And then, oh, we've got the Chantecaille Loose Radiant Blush in Hope. I don't think that they carry this anymore, and this is very old, so I'm gonna pass this along. And then this NARS palette, this is the Orgasm Foreplay. And you know, I'm not, wow, this is hard to open. I'm not the biggest fan of Orgasm, but I liked this highlighter. And I think these are probably a little bit too deep for me. Yeah, I can see that I use this highlighter quite a bit right up here. Yeah, it's the highlighter that I wanted to keep. Anyway, I have a lot of highlighters. We haven't gotten there yet, but you'll see. You guys know. So I'm going to pass this along. Okay, I think I can call this a success. This is much, much emptier than where I started. We're still on blushes. I've got a lot of blushes, guys. Okay, this Addiction Tokyo palette. Look at how beautiful that is. They sent this to me. I'm definitely keeping this. This is like a gorgeous, like micro glittery, sparkly highlight. I believe this is limited edition. I don't know if this is still around. I apologize, but I'm gonna hold on to this. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out where to start. These Gucci blushes, I'm probably not gonna get rid of much because I do like these blushes. And I think I've already decluttered some because I only have 4 and I think I did get all of the shades when they first came out. So this one is Radiant Pink. This one is Bright Coral. This one is Rosy Beige. And this one is True Pink. Yeah, I like this range. I like having these. Okay, the formula is really, really great. And they're just kind of like no surprise blushes. So really, really nice. And the packaging, of course, so cute with the stars. Love it. Next, we've got these Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate blushes. I really like these two. This formula is soft, really easy to blend out. And I love this like duality because you can lean a little bit heavier if you want to do kind of like a duochrome blush look. You can just mix the two together and it makes a great blush shade. So this is Cherry Blaze. This one is Explicit Flush. This one is Brazen Rose. And this one is Sun Drunk. Now, do I need to keep all of these? Probably not. Let me see if these are still around. I don't feel like I hear anyone talk about these. I think they are. Let's see. Ooh, there's only 3 shades left. So Cherry Blaze, which I believe was this one, is still around. Keep that. Sun Drunk, which I think is this one, we'll keep around. And then a Flame, which I don't have. This is like a bright pink one. Are these the only ones they have left, or is this just Sephora? Let's take a deeper look. Okay, so there's only 5 listed on the site, which is Sun Drunk, Cherry Blaze, Brazen Rose, and a Flame. So they don't have Explicit Flush. Pass this one along. And then, oh, I have this one. This is actually a really good blush. It's a baked formula, so it's different from those. And this came out, oh, I feel like not this past year, but the year before. Love Scene #1 with the heart. And I just love this shade too. Anyway, I'm gonna keep this just out of nostalgia. Okay, Sicily blushes. So these are the Lafito blushes, Radiant blushes. These are really beautiful. So that's Coral. This one is Golden Rose, my most used, as you can probably tell. Rosy Fuchsia, that is so intense. And then Pink Peony. This one I think I'll pass along. I think I kept it because it was different from other things I have, but I just don't, I'm not gonna use that, so I'll pass that along. I think I'll pass this one along too. This one is a very pale pink. I'll pass this one along, and then I'll keep these 2. I love Golden Rose. That one by far is my favorite, but I like this warm coral color. It's very pretty. This Persona in Bubble. I got that cool pink. I love it. I'm gonna keep that, and then I've got a bunch of these Luminous Silk Glow blushes. These I know are still around. So this one is in 50. Look at that. That actually reminds me of this Golden Rose. They both have a similar sheen. This one's more pink. This one is number 30, and then this one is number 51. Yeah, I'll keep those. I think these 2 are nice, cool, warm, and then a sparkly one. All right, Chantecaille. I've got the Wild Meadows blush in Anemone. I think these were limited edition. Oh, look how beautiful that is. These are baked blushes, and this one is in Apple Blossom. Let's see if these are still around. Yes, these are still around, thank goodness. So I will hold on to these. So gorgeous. And then this one, when I was doing my search for the powder, this one came up as well. So I think this one is still around. Oh, did you see that? The product just fell out into my organizer here. Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna have to carefully, first of all, I'm gonna throw this away. And I'm gonna have to really carefully take that out. Otherwise it's gonna be a huge mess. Okay, I'll leave that. You don't have to see that cleanup process. Okay, well, that was easy. The Chantecaille blushes, these are part of the regular line. I love these. I'm gonna keep all of these. So I've got the turtle, the horse, the elephant, and the honeybee. I think they actually sent me the honeybee, which is why it still has the overspray. Have not used that. The elephant and the horse I use the most. And I think turtle was the first one I got because I thought I would use this kind of nude shade, but there's something about the Chantecaille formula, because I think it looks like cotton puffy on your cheeks, that I always opt for a brighter shade. So anyway, I love those. I love the horse actually. I think that could be my favorite, but they're all beautiful. And there's something, you know, like kind of unassuming looking about these blushes, but when you apply them, they're very special. I really, really like them. These Makeup Forever blushes are new, the artist blushes, and they sent them to me. I just haven't gotten a chance to use them, so I'm gonna hold on to these because I would like to use them. This is Anywhere Peach. This one is Wherever Rose, and this one is Limitless Berry. And then I've got my Laura Mercier Color Infusion blushes. Now, my favorite is Fresco, and I think they may have gotten, oh my God, Golden Sun. Is that the name of the shade? Sorry, I was talking about this Lancome shade being a dupe for a Chanel shade. Is it Golden Sun? Oh my God, please sound off down below. I'm like going crazy, but I think it's Golden Sun. Long discontinued from Chanel, loved it, but this is, I believe that's the name of the shade. This is a great dupe for that. Let me know down below. Okay, all right, I've got Fresco, which I'm gonna look because I think this is discontinued, which I don't understand. This was the best shade in the entire line. I do love the formula. There are other shades that I do enjoy, but that one, I mean, hands down, the absolute best. I'm gonna go to the Laura Mercier site and see what we have. Okay, all shades. No, they haven't. Okay, maybe they just were sold out for a really long time. But yeah, it's available. Okay. All right, so I'm keeping this. My favorite one out of this whole line. But the formula is really, really great. So I do have Chai, which is almost like a matte version of Fresco. It's a little peachier too. And then I have Peach Shimmer. So this has a really nice, softer shimmer than the Fresco. And then this one is All That Sparkles, and this one has a little bit more of a sheen than this one, but both have like a nice glow. Anyway, love these blushes. They're really, really great. Love the formula. They're just gorgeous. All right. Oh, these Bare Minerals highlighting blushes are really nice. You know, I'm gonna keep this one, which is Peach Glow, and I'm gonna pass this one along. I remember thinking this one looked a little bit too frosty on my cheeks, but it's such a pretty glow. Like if that's what you're into, if you have a really cool skin tone, I think you would really love this pink glow. And then we've got this Westman Atelier this petal blush. Now this was part of a box, or this was limited edition. I cannot remember. It's in this limited edition packaging. So I don't think this is part of the regular line, but I actually was not the biggest fan of this formula. I don't think it blended out really nicely, if I'm remembering correctly, but I kept it because, well, one, I love the brand. I love this packaging, but I wanted to see if they were gonna come out with this permanently, and when they do, if they were gonna change the formula, because I don't think this was very good. So anyway, kind of holding on to this for like scientific research purposes. So that is this drawer. I could probably combine, well, I'm gonna clean that out, whatever. Okay, let's move on. All right, I just had to take a break. Actually, it was a pretty long break. I was filming another video. So I'm back. I probably look a little bit different, but we left off, we actually finished this blush drawer, the one with the Gucci blushes. So now we are here, and I've got a whole bunch of Suku blushes in the front here, and I doubt I'm gonna get rid of any of these, excuse me. These are the Pure Color blushes. Look at how pretty that is. This is like a lilac, shimmery lilac shade. When you mix them together, it's really, really cool. You kind of make a, I don't know if you can tell, it's like a rosy shade. Anyway, super pretty. So I'm gonna hold on to that. And then we've got another Pure Color blush. This is a little bit more nude. Also very, very pretty. Got Pure Color blush. Oh, this is really interesting. Yeah, you get a nice peach. That other one gave you more of a pink. So beautiful. And then we've got the Blurring Color blush. This is absolutely gorgeous. Most Suku products are limited edition, which is kind of annoying. So yeah, I think this one, which was a long time favorite of mine, this is a melting powder blush. I don't even think they make this formula anymore, and this color, woo, beautiful. So definitely keeping that, since I don't think I can get a hold of it. This one is a Blurring Color blush. So this one is one of the newer ones. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous shade. Hopefully you can get that. And I get Suku at Selfridges. That's the only place that I know of. There may be more like smaller boutique places, but big retailer that carries Suku that ships to the US. This is one of the melting powder blushes. This is, I believe, a discontinued formula. Here is a Pure Color blush. Beautiful. You may be able to get these online. This is, I think, another, yeah, melting powder blush. Oh, I don't know why they stopped with that formula. It's so good. And a Pure Color blush. This one was my favorite. This one is number 145. And again, Pure Color blush. So pretty. So I'm keeping all of those. And these are, oh, what are you doing here? Oh, this is that duo. So this is fairly new. I'm actually gonna put this up here with the rest of these Dior blushes. These are all Chanel blushes. Oh my gosh, here's Golden Sun. I held on to this? How did I not remember that I held on to this? Let's hold this up next to that Lancôme Miel Glacé 217. Yeah, do you see how close that is? So if you're looking for a Chanel Golden Sun dupe, this is the one. Lancôme 217. I mean, formula's different. This isn't baked. These are baked. But oh, I'm so glad I kept this. Oh my gosh. Okay. A flash of brilliance on my part. This is, oh, the Jardin Imaginaire. This is fairly new. Very pretty. I don't think this is still available. Chanel, much like Suku, so many of their products are limited edition. But I did like that blush. Here is, oh, the other one. Very pretty. A little bit cooler toned, a little bit more purpley. And then we've got Fantasy de Chanel. This is one that looks like it's tweed, but it's just a really, really metallic kind of pink shade. I guess I just used it once. This is the Alizane, and this is this with the new formula? No, this is the older formula. I think in my last, oh my gosh, I think in my last haul, I got rid of all of the newer Chanel blushes. I was like, F it. I didn't like them. Even though I can't really use these as blushes, I was like, I wasn't using those to like demo for you anyway. I didn't like them at all, so I think I just got rid of them because these are the older ones. This Alizane with this is older. But here's Alizane, and then here is Reflex. These were the two I remember, and the Golden Sun that I really liked. Yeah, okay. Wow. How did I not remember what I do with my Chanel blushes? I am such a Looney Tunes. Okay, these I kept because I love these. These tweed blushes, I wish they would make these permanent because they're so Chanel. I mean, come on. They're so Chanel, and they're really soft and they blend out beautifully, and the shades are really beautiful. And there's one, of course, here it is, Tweed Beige, that I especially loved. Isn't that so fun? I really love them. And then this one is Tweed Pink. Look at that. So much fun. And then what are these? Oh, these are the ones that just came out. These snowflake ones. So this pink one and this peach one. I think the peach one, I can't remember, but one worked better than the other. I feel like maybe the pink felt pressed too hard. Something like that. Anyway, obviously my memory is shot. And then I have all of the cream to powder blushes. I actually just talked about these in my top 10 Chanel beauty products. I feel like Chanel made it up to us with this product and this formula when they screwed up their baked blushes. I'm so glad they came out with these. They're all gorgeous. I love the beige one. I love this Rose Intense? Rose Radiant, and then this one is Rose Intense. They're just all really beautiful. This one's a little deep for me. That one's bright, I think, for every day, but gorgeous. I mean, they're all beautiful, and I love the formula. So I'm gonna keep all of those. And then I've got a couple of Charlotte Tilbury blushes here. This one is Pillow Talk, the Cheek to Chic. And then this one is Ecstasy, which I think is the most nude. Gonna hold on to those. And then this Esom palette is so great. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at those shades. And these palettes are so cool too. This whole thing like slides out. Let's see if I can figure this out. Yeah, this whole thing slides out. Great for makeup artists. And then you can pop these out, and these are all refillable. So I can actually, and I've been meaning to do this, kind of play around with this and the bronzer palette, so I can create like my own face palette, because this is, you know, this is actually pretty funny. This mimics those Chanel cream to powder blushes. Anyway, these two shades I probably wouldn't use that often. I'd probably just use these two the most, and then I could swap them out for these lighter bronzer shades that I use. Anyway, I've been meaning to do that. I keep forgetting. I'll get around to it. So I got rid of exactly nothing from this drawer, but that's okay. All right, next we've got my cream and some liquid highlighters. And I don't think I'm getting rid of any of my Westman Atelier. This is Nectar, which is one of my all-time favorite cream blushes. Cream highlights. It's getting late, you guys. This one is lit. This was like the OG shade. I'm gonna keep that. I have this one from one of the holiday kits. This is in Toast. Really cool toned, quite deep actually for a highlight, but really interesting shade. A great like blush topper. And then I've got Petal. Really interesting shade as well, cool toned. And then this one is Parla. Kind of a cool toned, almost like a mocha mousse, if you will, the color of the year. And then here we've got Brulee, which is pretty deep for my skin tone, but it's nice in the summertime if I want to kind of shimmy up my bronze area. This is really nice. And then we've got Biscuit, which is also a little bit deep. And this one is kind of modeled after the Biscuit Contour shade, but this is the Lit Up Highlight Stick. So same shade name, just different product. So I'm gonna keep all of those. I like to just have those in case I need to swatch. I have the Lisa Eldridge Seamless Skin Elevated Glow. These guys, I'm gonna keep all of these. I love them. I also have all of the Westman Atelier Liquid Super Loaded highlights, and I have Peau de Pêche, Peau de Rosé, and Peau de Soleil. I'm gonna keep all of these. And then I've got all of these Chanel Balm Essentiel. I talked about these in my top 10 Chanel products. So this one is sculpting. This is like the OG. Also have Moonlight Kiss, which is my absolute favorite. Love this shade. Sorry, my camera's not focusing on these sticks for some reason. And I've got Printanier. Printanier is the shade name. Trying to get this to focus, sorry. And then two more. I've got Solar Glow. This is quite deep, really pretty. And then we have Rosé, I believe. It's R-O-S-E-E, I think that's how you pronounce it. Anyway, really pretty. Love these sticks, love the texture. They're very balmy, great on the skin. I have the Chantecaille Liquid Lumiere. I've got all three. This is Brilliance. And then I have Luster and Sheen. I love those. I have the Surratt liquid highlights, the artistic liquid highlights in the three shades Frou Frou, Chi Chi, or Shishi, and La May. These have the sponge tip. I really enjoy these. These are really fun. There's a lot of like micro glitter to them, so I don't reach for them often, but they are a lot of fun, and I do like the effect that they have. And then I've got some Addiction Tokyo ones. This one, the writing is way too small, but here is one shade. Here's another shade, a little bit rosier, a little bit cooler tone than the other one. And then we've got this Pat McGrath. This is the highlighter and the balm. I think I've had this for a long time. Oh, no, this is one of the newer shades. I actually don't like this at all. It's very, very glittery, so I think I'm gonna get rid of this. And it's kind of chunky feeling. Yeah, I don't really like it. And this one I just used from Dior. Now, I don't think I'm gonna use this product very often because it is quite glittery and it's very, very white. But I'm wondering if it's just good to have because it did come in handy when I did that sparkly look. So I think I'll hold on to this, at least for now. Oh, and then I've got these Jones Road Shimmer Face Oils. These are actually really nice. I really, really liked these, so I'm gonna hold on to these. And I was actually surprised. I liked the pink more than I liked this Midas, this gold one. I liked the pink one a little bit better, but I liked the formula. Really enjoy those. So, okay, we only got rid of one thing from this drawer. That's okay. Okay, next I have, I guess, a bit of a hodgepodge here. I have some liquid, some cream, and then a powder highlight, actually. So, actually, let's start in the back. These are the Charlotte Tilbury Quick and Easy like makeup kits. And Charlotte Tilbury came out with a bunch of different color schemes, basically. So this one is, oh, this is the Pretty Fresh. So you got an eye wand, which you could just pull out and use. And then there was a cheek, like a cream cheek product, and then a highlighter. Now, I love these. I think these kits were so great. I love this container. I'm a big fan of cream products, and I really liked all of the different colorways. You can see I have them all, and I'm wondering, you know what? I think I purchased this one, the Pretty Fresh one, and then I was sent all of them. So I actually have two Pretty Fresh ones. So what I'm gonna do actually is look to see if these are even still available because I just think these are so great. They're so great. And I think I have an affinity to this packaging because it's kind of like a cigarette pack. Normally it would just flip here, but with the mirror, I really think these were very, very clever. They're all out of stock, but I don't know if that means it's discontinued. Well, I'm gonna hold on to these for a while. Laura Mercier, this is the translucent loose setting powder, but it's the light catcher version. This is not a setting powder, not even close. This is a loose powder highlight. That's why I keep it in the highlight drawer. So I really love this shade. This is Celestial Light. I think they have a shade that's lighter and a shade that's deeper. I think this is the one in the middle. This one suits my skin tone. It's very, very beautiful as a highlighter, not as a powder. So I'm gonna hold on to this. I've got this Ilia Liquid Light Serum Highlighter. Let me see what this looks like. Oh, that looks pretty. In Nova. I'm gonna hold on to this. Let me take it out of the box. Here is another Lukey Lukey. This is 1111, and this is gorgeous. Such a beautiful like cream highlight. So pretty. It has like a peachy tint to it. It's gorgeous. I'm gonna hold on to that. And then this Jones Road, oh, it's another Miracle Balm in Pinky Bronze. I'll hold on to this. I have to like figure out a way to use the Miracle Balms. I just don't get along with them. Okay, I have a bunch of these sticks and creams. Just had to change my battery. Okay, I was saying I have to get rid of these two. This is a Dior Flash Luminizer, and then this is the Guerlain Liquid Meteorites. It's like a liquid highlight. They're so old. I'm going to toss these. And then I have a whole bunch of these pens, and I think I just need to go through these. So let me go through the Charlotte Tilbury first. I feel like I have multiple. I've got Pillow Talk. Are these all the same? No. Oh, medium, Pillow Talk, Pillow Talk. Okay, so medium. Why is my dog barking? Butters. Medium looks really deep and really shiny. Okay, I don't think I have much use for medium. I'm gonna get rid of that. And then I've got two Pillow Talks. This one is brand new. And this one, I do use that. All right, I think these are fairly old. They're a cream product, so I'm gonna toss this. I'm gonna keep the unopened one. And then I've got, oh, these two are from the Disney collection. So we've got Gold and Spotlight. Oops. I don't even think I used these. And you know what? Because they're not used, I'm gonna pass these. Yeah, I'm gonna pass these along since they're new. We've got Gold, Champagne, and Peach. Now, I used to not mind this applicator, but I'm not the biggest fan of them now. They're just kind of annoying. Okay, so this one is Peach Bronze. I mean, that's very pretty. I'll hold on to that. And then let's see, Champagne Pink. Oh, this is like Pillow Talk. I don't think I need both. I'm gonna toss that. And then Gold Glow. That's pretty. Okay, I'll hold on to that. Oh my God, what a mess. Okay, and then I've got this Carolina Herrera compact. I love this highlight, but this whole situation is old at this point, and I have highlights like this. Like this actually reminds me of the Ilia, of the new Gucci one. So I think what I'm gonna do is pop out, because these are all refillable, and I'm gonna toss this. It's just too old, and hold on to this. This Bobbi Brown is relatively new. This is just called a Cream Glow Highlighter. It is in Bare Glaze. It is pretty much translucent. It has that slight peachy tint to it, but on my pale skin, you barely see it, but it's a nice formula, so I'm gonna hold on to that. This new Halo Tint Highlighter I really like. I have it in the shade New Gold, very pretty. And this palette I love, 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 love. You guys know I like went crazy with this Signature Glow palette. Actually, you can see how messy it is. So these are two eyeshadows, and then this is like a cheek product. I'm not sure if these are still good, because Keir Weiss is an organic, can't talk, an organic beauty brand. And so their products go bad pretty quickly, or quickly relative to my other makeup. I think it smells okay. I'm gonna hold on to this just a little bit longer. But that's it. That's it for this drawer. Okay, and now we have a drawer of powder highlights. So Makeup Forever sent me these two. I haven't used them yet, so I'm gonna hold on to these. This is shade H130 Wherever Pearl. This one is H110 Anywhere Glimmer. So I'm gonna hold on to those. I am also gonna hold on to Cookie, because this is a good one, and I just started using this. This is the Radiant Perfecting Powder in Luna. This is so old, I think I just need to let it go. I love this highlight. It's a soft powder. It came out with the Soleil Neige collection probably in 2019 or 2020. I'm thinking actually more like 2019. So I need to let this go. The Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Glow Glide Face Architect Highlighter. I have Champagne Glow. I used to have all of the shades, but this is the only one I kept reaching for. So I kept this. This is lovely. It's really, really lovely. I think this came out last year, so I'm gonna hold on to this. This Lancome is their dual finish highlighter. Very creamy, lovely, lovely texture. This is a little bit pale for me, but I hold on to it for those days I'm really looking for something like very light. 2016 light. Yeah, I'm gonna hold on to that. The NARS Fort de France, I think, do they still have this? I love this highlight. You can see it looks like looks like I've been snacking on it. My God. Let me see if this is still available. You know, I'm on the NARS site, and when I go to the cheek section, there's no highlight. Blush, bronzer, multiple, which are those cream sticks, and then palettes. So I don't think they have these anymore. Isn't that interesting? Let me go to blush. Yeah, the multiple, the orgasm that I just that I just decluttered. Oh, interesting. All right, I think I'm gonna let this one go finally. All right, we have the new Hermes highlighter. I really like this one, so I'm gonna hold on to that. And then we have this one, which is the Plein Air in 01. And I really enjoy this highlighter as well. It's a little bit more subtle than the other one. This is like a pressed powder formula versus this one, which is baked. So different finish. And then we've got the Real Glow in Stella from Chantecaille. So this looks like their perfecting blur powder, but it has like a little bit of a sheen to it. So I'm gonna hold on to that. And then we've got the Duo Lumiere. I'm pretty sure all of these Chanel highlighters, yeah, are discontinued. So I really like some of these. Some of these should not be discontinued. Like this one, it is stunning. The Plissé Lumiere. This highlighter is like perfection. This Lion one, also excellent. Oh, this is so good too. This Camellia one, so, so good. A little bit peachier than that Plissé one. And then, oh, this one. Why did they do that? Why are these limited edition? They should be available at all times. At all times. Anyway, I'm gonna keep all of those. I've got this, oh, this is the Diamond Dust one. I really like this one. This has like a pinky peach champagne shift. Once I get through the overspray, I don't find this to be overly glittery. There's a little bit, a teensy bit, but I actually like this one a lot. So I'm gonna hold on to this. And let's see, we've got a Sisley one. Oh, this is part of their blush line, but this is most definitely a highlighter. This is their number 6 shimmer. I'm gonna hold on to this. Oh my gosh. This rose gold Burberry highlighter. You guys. This highlighter has appeared, I believe, in a few of my all-time favorite luxury beauty videos. And I think I need to let this go. It's old. Burberry has redone their line probably 3 times since this came out. Bobbi Brown Peach Glow, and then, is this Pink Glow? Oh no, this is Quartz Glow. These are so pretty. I love these. I'm gonna hang on to these. And that's it for this drawer. I really feel like I've been good over my past few declutters in getting rid of highlights. I had a lot more Chanel highlights for sure, but I can probably combine a couple of drawers. Because yes, I have more highlighters. Are you ready? All right, we have some Dior highlighters here. There's 2 that I like and use on occasion. This one is Pink Glow, and this one is Golden Glow. So I'm gonna go ahead and use these. This shade really surprised me. I remember when I first used it because it's like straight up orange. So it comes off on the skin, not this orange. It just leaves a really nice glow. So anyway, I'm gonna hold on to those 2, and then I'm gonna get rid of this one. This was like part of the the Riviera collection. And then this one is Rosewood, which is too deep for me. Both of these are too deep for me. So I'm gonna pass these along. And then this one, oh my God, just like the Burberry one, they discontinued this. And they replaced it with this, which is also baked, but this shade is so good. Actually, I think I'm missing a shade in this line, which is very similar to this one. Anyway, I need to get rid of this one. It's old, it's discontinued. I need to let it go. This Gucci one is relatively new. I enjoy that one. I'm gonna keep it. This is my, Coup de Genie from Surat. Gorgeous, gorgeous highlight. Love that. And then we've got the Shade and Illuminate Highlighting Duos. So this is Tan Light from Tom Ford. Can you see that? Yeah, Tan Light. And then this one is Nude Light. And then we've got Mood Light. This is the OG. And then we have Peach Light. That's very pretty. I'm gonna keep Peach Light and Mood Light, the OG, and I'm going to pass these along. This I love. This is the Anastasia Glow Seeker highlight. This is really, really beautiful. I love it. Hold on to that. This Ilia one, I love. This is their Light Shift Cream Highlighter. It is gorgeous. This from Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Pillow Talk Multi Glow. Oh, this guy. I really like this one. I don't think this is around anymore. Yeah, I don't think so. I'm gonna go ahead and pass this along. And then we've got some Pat McGrath ones here. So this one is Golden Nectar. That's really pretty. I remember this powder is really creamy feeling. And then I've got this one in Lunar Nude. This is incredible. This is a baked product. Oh, so smooth. Okay, I'm gonna hold on to these. I thought I was gonna get rid of them when I open up this drawer, but no. I'm gonna hold on to this one. You know what? I'm gonna hold on to this one because it's special. This one, I think, let me just pass this one along. And then I've got a few back here. These are more like palettes. So I've got the ND Golden Highlighter Trio. This is really beautiful. I like kind of mixing these two. So I'll hold on to this. I've got the Charlotte Tilbury Bar of Gold palette. I love this. This is probably discontinued. You can see how much I loved it. Actually, let me look this up. Yeah, this is Dunzo's, but no, passing this on, getting rid of it. I also have this guy, the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Superstar Glow Highlighter. This I'm gonna pass along. I have that other Glow Glide highlighter that I enjoy much more, so I'm gonna pass this along. And then I think these are all empty palettes that I've held on to from Kier Weiss. I don't know why I store them back here, but those are all empty. Look at that. You know what? I think I'm gonna move these over into that other drawer. All right, more highlighters. Got a bunch of Clé de Peau ones. I don't think I'm gonna be getting rid of any of these. Yeah, shade 202. This is probably my favorite. Then I've got, what is this, 203. I like this one too as like a blush. I don't know where the brush went. This is 22. This is great as like a bronzer topper. This one is 17, very, very light, very bright. And then this one is 201, also very light, very bright. A little bit more pigment with that one. And then I do have this limited edition one that I didn't use too much. It had a lot of cool tones in there, but really pretty. This was 106 Dawn of Destiny. And then I've got this Kier Weiss powder highlight. I don't really use this that much, so I'm gonna pass this along. I've got this Chantecaille. Oh my gosh, this is a good one. The Sunbeam Cheek and Eye Shade in Ray. Is that not gorgeous? This, I think, is long gone, so I'm gonna pass that along. And then here is, yeah, this is that gold one that I was telling you about when I was showing you the pinkier powder version of this. And when I did a search for that, this popped up as well. So I know this is still around, so I'm gonna keep this. It is very, very pretty. And then I've got these Tom Ford Soleil Glow Highlighter, Soleil Neige Glow Highlighter. Yeah, this is in Grand Paradis. Oh, these guys. Wow, I almost forgot. This is really pretty, this one. And then there was one that was really gold. Here's one that's a little pink. I think it must be this one. Yeah, this one is really gold. I am going to pass this along, the Nude Sand. I'm gonna pass this one along, and I'm actually gonna see if these are even still available. So the Grand Paradis is still available. It's on sale at Nordstrom, this guy, the more golden one. So I'm gonna hold on to these. Yeah, I'm gonna hold on to these because they are really, really lovely. And then I have these Westwood Atelier Super Loaded Tinted Highlights. I really love these. This one is Peau de Soleil. Here is Peau de Santé. Look at that, isn't that pretty? And then we've got Peau de Rosé. And then this must be Peau de Pêche. Yeah, this was the original Peau de Pêche. I just love them. They're great, like, cheek primers. So I'm gonna keep all of those. And then back here, I've got, this is the empty Hermes box. Got, oh, these Chanel face palettes. I like these. I really do. I prefer, I believe, this one over this one. Oh, wait. Oh, apologies. This is the Lion highlighter. And then I think I had the other one of this. It was a little bit deeper, a little bit more dramatic, and I must have decluttered it because this is the one that I liked more. And then this one is gorgeous. I'm gonna hold on to this. And I love these oversized compacts. This Trish McEvoy product is really nice. I think this has shown up in my favorites, but this is a bronzer with a really beautiful golden, like metallic sheen, very subtle. And then this is a beautiful highlighter. I think this is still part of the line. The the Light and Lift Face Color Duo, Champagne and Bronze. Really nice, just straight up pressed powders. This product, I just keep hanging on to. This has long been discontinued, but this was a Guerlain Meteorites like highlighting palette. They call it the Pearl Dust palette. And I loved all of these shades mixed together, worn separately. I mean, it's just gorgeous. This still smells like the violet scent. I love it. I don't think I can get rid of this. I just love it so much. It's so old at this point, probably 6 years old, 5 or 6 years old at this point, but I love it. And another La Bouche Rouge product. This highlight is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous, but it's so old. And these are refillables, so I should pop this out, just like the bronzer. I should pop this out and get a replacement. Yeah, let's see if I can find one. I can put this there. Wait, do I have room in this other drawer still? I do actually still have room. Oh my God, am I combining like 3 drawers in one? Let's try. Oh my gosh, so all of my highlighters fit in here, all my pressed powder highlights, that is. And then I've got these extra big guys here. These guys, let me see, maybe I can put them in this drawer. Well, this is kind of a weird hodgepodge of highlighters. I'm gonna move these over here. And then this is actually empty. Now this is a cream. Let me leave this here. And then I brought these over here since I think these can kind of lay flat-ish. There we go. Okay, so those look good there. Okay, so now we're coming to my weakness. I have a few drawers of face palettes, and I am a sucker for face palettes. I think they just remind me of when I was younger and I would have like painting palettes and, you know, those palettes of like different like watercolors and stuff. I'm such a sucker for that stuff. These Tom Ford palettes have so long been discontinued, but I cannot seem to let them go. I don't even use them. I just like looking at them. Okay, I love this one. This one I think was my favorite, my all-time favorite. Intensity 0.5 Rose Cashmere. Yeah, and then I've got these Dior highlight palettes. These are still around, so I'm gonna hold on to these. Very glittery, not my favorite, but you know, when I do Dior looks, it does come in handy. And then I've got this guy from Louboutin. I actually really like this too. Baked products. I love the highlight and the blushes both. Really nice. And the packaging is so crazy. Here is what is this? My Dream Cheek Trio. These are nice, but I think I'm gonna pass that along. And then we've got all of these Instant Look in a palettes. I used to have all of these. Do you remember, guys? I did like all these videos comparing these. This one was my favorite. I think this came out 4th. This was the Beauty Glow. That was the name of this one. And I loved this blush. This blush right here. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. I don't think she's come out with one recently. I think she did these instead, these Nudegasm face palettes with these baked products. These products, like the formula, is better, I think, than those. So I'm gonna hold on to this. Oh, so this has been discontinued. Why would they discontinue that? And this is, I think, long gone. I never understand the products that companies choose to like discontinue or choose to keep. I don't get it. And this one I decluttered. Oh, they have Lightgasm. It's back. Okay. I did not keep Lightgasm. I kept the Nudegasm because I liked it more. Okay, I'm gonna hold on to it because it seems like she'll bring stuff back. And I would imagine people are gonna start to ask for this one back. But all of these instant palettes are gone. So I think I'll declutter this. I need to just let it go. Oh, this Kevin Aucoin face palette. This is so great. I love this. Just got this at Beautylish, so I'm gonna hold on to that. And then, you guys, these Tom Ford face palettes, why don't they make these anymore? This is in Basque. I've already gotten rid of, you know, like the 3 other ones that I had that I really, really loved. I think I need to get rid of this. Oh my God, this is still at Selfridges. Yes, I'm gonna hold on to it. That is the excuse I need to hold on to it. Okay. Then we have Natasha, oh, the Glam Face palette. I liked this. I still like this. I'm gonna hold on to this. I really like these eyeshadows. I think they're really pretty. These metallic shades are super metallic, really pretty. I'm gonna hold on to this. This is actually a product that I purchased when I first got into makeup, and I was like, where can I find this? Because I saw pictures of it and everyone was like, oh, it's discontinued, you know, it was limited edition. And I was like, oh no. And I purchased this off of, I think maybe Poshmark, but this is when Charlotte Tilbury was the creative director for Tom Ford Beauty. And they came out with this face palette. Never used. Never ever used. It makes me sad that that they don't make these face palettes anymore. I'm gonna pass this along, but this is very old. Very, very old. I can't believe I had the strength to get rid of all those Tom Ford face palettes. That's really good for me. Okay, all right, and right underneath this drawer, ta-da, more face palettes. Look at all of these Hourglass face palettes I have. The Ilia ones, this Chanel one, I love. Look at the crack in there. I traveled with this. I got the crack, and now this is never leaving my home. Never leaving my home again. So I'm gonna hold on to that. I've got this. I don't know what happened to this. I'm gonna hold on to that, at least for the palette. And then I've got these Japanese ones, basically. Here's Clé de Peau, and it holds like an eyeshadow and a blush duo. I mean, I still love these products. I think Clé de Peau has gotten rid of these shadows completely. And I think these blushes. So their eyeshadow quads now are like 2 and 2. But yeah, I love it. I love that one. I think, I don't know if they're ever gonna make face palettes again. And then these Suku ones, these are fantastic. These were limited edition though. But I really enjoy these. And then this is another Addiction limited edition face palette with blushes and a bronzer. Back here, oh, the Danessa Myricks light work. Oh my God, this is some intense highlighter. I love that. So this is, I think she has a different one or a new one. I'll have to see, but I love this. I'm gonna plan to hold on to this. This Lightwork Volume 3. Yeah, there's a Volume 2, I think. Anyway, this Volume 3 is so crazy. I mean, I have to hold on to it because I don't have anything else like this in my collection. Just these duochromes, these like outer space galactic type of shades. Like this puts Pat McGrath to shame. Absolutely. Anyway, gonna hold on to that. And then I've got this Makeup Forever magnetic palette of Natasha Denona 5 pan eyeshadow palettes. I managed to depot them and put them all in here. And this was probably 8 years old. Yeah, I went to IMATS in New York and I got these. I'm gonna keep them just for sentimental reasons, if for anything. And then, oh, the Berry Pop Cheek Trio. Oh, this is pretty too. I'm gonna pass this along though. This is just like that My Dream trio. Yeah, I never use this, and this shade is a little bit too deep for me. So I'm gonna pass that along. And, oh, I've got more Mob Beauty palettes. These, oh, came designed basically. There was basically like a light and then a dark. Their products are really, really great. Really great. I'm gonna hold on to those, and then, oh my gosh, I think I need to get rid of these Pat McGrath ones. Oh, this is the Bridgerton one. Look, blushes and a highlight. Oh, this is why actually I got rid of all of the single Pat McGrath blushes, because I had them in palettes, so maybe I will keep this. And this one is Venus Nectar, which is very similar to the one that I am decluttering. So maybe I will hold on to this. And then I have, which one is this one? Nude Venus. Yeah, and I held on to this for these blushes. Okay, so I'll hold on to this. And that's Sunset Nectar for the highlight. Okay. I'll hold on to that. Those. This Smashbox Halo is so pretty and relatively new, so I'm gonna hold on to this. Oh, I've got my Florasis face palette. This is so good. This is the Makeup Relief palette. I think there's a longer name on their site, but look at those. Oh my God, the highlight, this contour is excellent. I mean, all the products in here are excellent. This is a highlight. This is more like a setting powder. Gorgeous, gorgeous palette. I'm gonna hold on to that. And then, oh, this is from a holiday season a few years ago. This is the Eyes to Kill Eccentrico palette. And I was surprised at how much I love this, because I thought I was purchasing it just because it was so beautiful. I feel like they don't make makeup like this anymore. What is going on? What's going on? But yeah, like all of this highlight was gorgeous. This as a blush was really beautiful. This, I feel like for some reason is the way Orgasm should look on my cheeks. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah, that's a beautiful highlight. Oh, it's just such a gorgeous palette. I love it. Hourglass. I think I'm just gonna keep all my Hourglass. It's always good to kind of have a reference. Do you want to know which Hourglass ones I have? Probably. So I've got the Dragon, I've got the Lotus, I've got the Eye. So this was from this year. And then I've got the Butterfly, the Snake, and then here is the Elephant, the octopus, squid, no, jellyfish, the leopard, and the tiger. I actually can't remember which one went with the butterfly and the snake. Was it the tiger? Did it go like this? And then these three were together. I think that's how it went. And then this is the re-release of the Unlocked, the original Unlocked ambient lighting palette, which is still my favorite Hourglass palette by far. And then this one is the blush one, which, what do they call this? Yeah, the Blush and Glow, the Lighting Edit Blush and Glow. I really like this palette too. I think this was limited edition and only available on the Hourglass site, but it is really beautiful. Love that. And then I've got this NARS Orgasm on the Beach. Oh, I kept this because these are baked gel powders, but I'm going to declutter this. I never think to use that. And then this Burberry one was so good, but this is definitely discontinued. Yeah, not part of their newly reimagined line again. All right, those are my face palettes. Well, I didn't realize I had quite as much declutter footage as I do. So I'm sitting here editing this declutter video that you just watched, and I'm realizing I need to break this up in 2 parts. I really wanted to make this one video, but it would be probably like 6 hours long because I think part 2 is going to be even longer than this one. So anyway, stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you in tomorrow's Mishmas video. Bye.